tonight from the friendly confines of H.L. Foots Brumley Stadium. Joey Wiles and Walt Slater Field in the heart of the Wendell McGraw Sports Metroplex here at St. Augustine High School for tonight's cross-county rivalry between your Yellow Jackets and the Bears of Bartram Trail. This is the Sonny's Barbecue Yellow Jacket.
Hey, it didn't go.
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
At St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, they believe every life is unique, and honoring that uniqueness is a vital part of healing. From personal traits to life's journey, they take the time to celebrate what made your loved one special. Their spacious, family-friendly facility includes an on-site crematory and offers a full range of services, from traditional burials, various cremation options, to green burials, and military tribute. With years of experience and a reputation built on excellence and integrity, they have been honored to serve families from all walks of life. Whether you're planning ahead or facing an immediate need, their compassionate team is here to guide you through every step with care and attention to detail. Call us today at 904-824-1625 or visit www.stjohnsfamilyfuneralhome.com to learn more. Stay connected with your community on the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment network. From morning updates to evening laughs, we keep you informed and entertained. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Rumble. The 904 Now. Stay in the now.
2.101.m and we're not working. We're not working.
I don't know what.
All right. Well.
Barwick Banking Company is where tradition meets innovation. With over a century of history and roots deep in community values, Barwick Bank offers all the modern conveniences of big banks, plus the personal service only a local team can provide. From business and personal banking to home lending, they're for locals, by locals, serving you right here in St. Augustine and beyond. Visit barwickbank.com or stop by on the island at 101 Marina Cove Drive. Barwick Banking Company, where your future is local. Member FDIC.
When comfort and reliability matter, trust the team that truly does it all. Do All HVAC and Plumbing, proudly serving St. Johns County and Jacksonville. Locally owned and operated, Do All offers expert heating, cooling, and plumbing services for homes and businesses. From installs and emergency repairs to air quality, refrigeration, and complete plumbing, they're available 24/7 with honest, dependable care. Call 904-547-2168 or visit doallhvac.com. Who are you going to call? Do All, the Heat Busters.
Life is not perfect, and sometimes throws you a legal challenge. That's when you turn to Canaan Law. Canaan Law is a local St. Augustine firm of 6 lawyers specializing in personal injury, criminal cases, divorces, and civil litigation. The firm provides compassionate guidance and aggressive representation. Canaan Law attorneys are litigation specialists and know our local court system, and they know how to fight for you. Call 904-824-9402 to schedule your consultation today. Canaan Law, your home field advantage when it matters most.
At St. John's Community Pharmacy, your health is their priority. Locally owned and proudly serving St. Augustine and surrounding communities, they offer personalized care, custom compounding, and low-price generic plan. From diabetes support and health screenings to immunizations and personalized packaging, their friendly team is here for your whole family. Visit them today at 2720 US 1 South, Suite A, or call 904-460-1000. St. John's Community Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy focused on you.
When disaster strikes, trust Stanford Restoration, St. Augustine's #1 emergency water and mold removal experts. For over 25 years, they provided 24/7 rapid response for water, fire, and mold damage, arriving within 60 minutes to protect what matters most. From emergency cleanup to deep cleaning of carpets, tile, and upholstery, Stanford treats your home like it's their own. Serving St. John's and surrounding counties with expert care and proven results. Get your free quote today at stanfordrestoration.com. Stanford Restoration, restoring peace of mind, one home at a time.
Ready to find your dream home or sell with confidence? Trust the Noah Bailey Group, St. Johns County's real estate experts. Whether you're buying in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, or St. Augustine Beach, or looking to list your home or commercial property, they've got the latest listings and local insights to guide you every step of the way. Get your free home analysis today and unlock your property's full potential. Call 904-878-4447 or visit them at 403 Anastasia Boulevard or online at NoahBaileyGroup.com. The Noah Bailey Group, your dream home starts here.
Looking for the perfect place to dine in St. Augustine? Visit Raintree Restaurant, a local favorite for fun, family, and friends. Enjoy award-winning Mediterranean, American, steak, and seafood dishes in their beautiful indoor dining room or expansive courtyard. Sip handcrafted cocktails or fine wines at the full bar and enjoy free on-site parking. Named an Open Table Diner's Choice for 2024, Raintree is located at 102 San Marco Ave. Call 904-824-7211 or make your reservation today at RaintreeRestaurant.com. Want the best way to stay in the now? Tune in to the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment podcast network. Start your day with the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning for the latest news, unwind with laughs on Bollocks this evening, or get local perspective with Troy's 2 cents every Friday. We keep you connected to the community we live in. Like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. The 904 Now, stay in the now.
Jacket football is on the air. Hi, folks. I'm the voice, James Guzman, welcoming you to another exciting edition of St. Augustine High School football. We are live tonight from the friendly confines of HL Foots Brumley Stadium for tonight's cross-county rivalry matchup between your Yellow Jackets and the Bears of Bartram Trail. This is the Sonny's Barbecue Yellow Jacket football pregame show on WFOY and 102.1 FM. Sonny's Barbecue, slow cooked and plate covering portions from mouthwater and brisket to pulled pork, barbecue, chicken, ribs, and more. 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine at the St. Augustine Premium Outlets. Give them a call, 904-824-3315. That's Sonny's. It's yummy. Apologize for the delay. A couple of technical difficulties. Gremlins back at the mothership had us up in arms, but I think we got everything squared away. If you're joining us on the 904 Now, we appreciate you following us there as well, catching the broadcast, and it should be a great night for football. What an amazing night, weather-wise, and we certainly appreciate you joining us here for this one. Joining me in the booth, my tag team partner, Austin Lee. Austin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm well, man. I'm fired up, ready to go, trying to help this whole thing happen, moving around. Sorry, a little distracted here, but I'm fired up for some St. Augustine Yellow Jackets football.
We got a lot going on in the booth and all over the place, so everybody's dealing with a little bit of something tonight. But you know what? We got a football game, and we got a great game coming up. Bartram Trail, what can you say? I mean, Yellow Jacket fans who have been listening to this broadcast know what a Bartram Trail St. Augustine matchup can look like. And in my 19 years as broadcaster, I think I have seen just about every possible way a football game can end in this matchup. And it goes back many, many years. Austin, you played in this matchup. Your initial thoughts coming into tonight?
Yeah, I'm fired up. This is definitely a game I wanted to be here for, and I'm glad it is, and great weather and everything. So Bartram's definitely a little bit, they look different than you would think of Bartram whenever you say the word Bartram.
Right.
That's what they say about rivalry games. You kind of throw the records out and everything, go and play the game. So, yeah, great history in this one. I played in 3 thrillers here. 3. I had 4 thrillers while I was here as a player, and then coached in a couple thrillers as well. And, yeah, I'm glad that we've been back on the right side, and hopefully we can stay on the right side tonight for the 3rd year in a row.
Hopefully we can stay on track with that. Hey, let's go back to a week ago. Jackets essentially win the district by way of defeating Clay. Victory last week 56-7, and because Columbia beat Ridgeview, they would hold all tiebreakers if for some reason St. Augustine does not get through Ridgeview next week. So St. Augustine will be the district champs. As I mentioned, 56-7 was the score. We had a running clock in the entire second half, and then everybody got involved last week. Most of the starters were out by halftime. 35-0 was the score then. And, a couple of things surprised people. It was like, wow, did people get hurt in this game? Samorian Wingo, 1 catch, 1 yard, and 1 touchdown. And he was also the punt returner for the game. And so he was kind of all over the place. But wasn't really that he didn't get into the action. He just wasn't necessarily needed in the action. Jackets get the victory. Last week they had 357 total yards, 231 passing, and 126 on the ground to Clay that only had 107 passing. Most of that was in the fourth quarter, but negative 49 yards rushing in that game. Yellow Jacket defense was relentless all night long. And that's a big-time stat. Second time this year, I believe, Jackets have held the rushing attack to negative yards, Austin.
Yeah, they swarmed around, and that movement up front really gave Clay some problems, and they just couldn't get anything going. And we were flying around all night and able to get the ball back to our offense. Our offense did a great job complementing that, and that one got over early.
Yes, it did.
Quick.
Jackets looked good in that one. A lot of guys got some real game action, which was great to see. Just an awful, awful weather game. The rain came down in buckets several times throughout the contest. But luckily, I was in the press box, so I didn't get wet, Austin.
Yeah, and I was listening very, very warm and dry from
Contently from your living room. Right.
And you sounded great, and the action was great, at least for us in the maroon. And yeah, but that's actually is very valuable getting those wet games, because you never know as you get later in the season, the ball gets cold and you'll have some, not frost, but the condensation on the grass and different things happen. And so if you can get used to playing in game conditions with wet balls, it does pay dividends. You never know when it will, but it's good that we showed we can handle it.
Ground game looked good last week. Nate Preston had a big night, 8 carries, 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including that 50-yarder. That was his second score of the game. The passing game didn't really need much. Julio Santiago with a big night. He had 4 catches for 96. He was the leading pass catcher, 2 touchdowns of his own. Nate Preston with a receiving touchdown. He had the hat trick last week. Trendell Anderson had a receiving touchdown as well, and so did Samorian Wingo. 4 passing touchdowns for Brenton James. Again, very efficient for Brenton James. 7 of 11 last week for 144 and 4 touchdowns, and he just continues to impress week in and week out, Austin.
Yeah, Brent's doing great. I mean, and he's just one of his best things that he does is just take what the defense gives him, which, young quarterbacks, especially in high school, they, sometimes you want to do more than you should, and then that results in mistakes. And for him just taking, if the defense is playing off, just throw the quick screen, let our playmakers make plays. If they're up and we can get a step on them, throw it deep. And, if you got to check out of it and just hand the RPO off instead of throwing it, he'll do that well. So that's what happens when you complete 7 and 4 of them are touchdowns, is just smart football. And Brent's really been impressive, and Nate's killing it. The whole offense has just been outstanding all season.
Yeah, and we talked about, Trendell Anderson, we expected him to be the leading ball carrier coming into this season, and he did early on, but it's really been the Nate Preston show over the last several weeks, especially. He is now the leading rusher. They've used Trendell Anderson kind of all over the place where we, or at least I thought, and expected to see Julio Santiago, where they kind of move him all over into space, maybe on some jet sweeps.
Yeah.
That has been really the Trendell Anderson role as that third receiver, and he has excelled in that role.
Yeah, he has, and his the way he plays, he's so small, but he's so fast and so strong, and he's got great hands. I mean, the versatility that he has, and credit to Coach James putting him in different spots, because that happens. Is sometimes you have guys that you think you're going to have to rely on, and then when somebody else steps up, now the guy that you thought you're going to have to rely on there, you can use him more broadly, and Trendell's definitely been that guy. So, and I think that really started earlier in the year whenever we had a couple of receivers out, and we realized Trendell had to play some receiver, and then, oh, hey, Nate balled out. Okay, Trendell's doing pretty good here. All right, let's play with these toys, so to speak, and let everybody have some fun. So credit to Trendell for being willing to move around and adapt, and not just saying, hey, I'm a running back, I don't want to do this.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the defense for a minute, something I know you really appreciate. Last week, Jackets with 7 sacks against Clay. No turnovers, no takeaways last week, but 7 sacks on the game. That gives them 26 on the season. They're up to 26 sacks and 38 tackles for loss. And so the defense was relentless. A lot of guys get a lot of key action last week, and especially from the linebacking core. And those guys up front really made a difference, especially at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Markel and Day-Day, I'm so proud of them, and also DeAndre. Those are all 3 guys that are going to be back here again next year, and Markel's really stepped up and made a good presence. He was expected to lead, and that's not always easy when you haven't had to be the leader, and then now you're a junior, and all of a sudden you got to be the leader on the front, and he's done that. And Mason Bean, as a sophomore, he's also stepped up. Our young secondary, just really proud of how they've grown and improved as the year has gone, because the players that we're going to see tonight are not the players we saw back in August, and that's a credit to the coaching staff, and that's a credit to the players willing to work and being intentional on their improvement week after week.
A lot going on in and around campus today. We right now on the field, the Hall of Fame inductees are being honored. And so that we have 3 inductees this year. Shirley Daisy Neighbors Thompson, Catalina's high school class of 1955. Robert D. Nimmons IV, St. Augustine class of 1989. And, of course, head coach Joey Wiles is being honored as well. And we'll have Coach Joey Wiles and Mr. Nimmons up at halftime. No senior spotlight this week, because we knew we'd have some of the Hall of Fame inductees up here, so we'll have an interview with those 2, and we really are looking forward to that this week. Keeping an eye on some games in and around the SJC. Nick back at the studios keeping an eye on scores for us, and he'll give us some updates as they come across. Tonight we got Beachside at Middleburg, Creekside is at Rains, Pedro Menendez at Tucoy, Nice is at Atlantic Coast, Orange Park at Ponte Vedra, and Oak Hall at St. Joe. We'll keep an eye on those as well. Hey, before we take a break, I want to thank our sponsors. Appreciate all their continued support of Yellow Jacket football, both on the radio, at the Superstation, and over on the 904 Now side. Please go out and support them as they continue to support us and bring the broadcast to you folks wherever and whenever you are listening out there. Of course, Sonny's Barbecue, our pregame sponsor, Anastasia Fitness, Evans Automotive, Diane's Natural Market, the St. Augustine Shores Golf Club. Where, Austin?
Golf is still fun.
South State Bank, All-American Air, the Thompson Baker Insurance Agency, Salt Run Family Dentistry. Matt Powell is St. Augustine's Cadillac man at Fields Cadillac. Licensed realtor Robin Arnold, the Investigation and Settlement Solutions of Florida. Hasty's St. Augustine Flooring. Grand Technology Solutions. Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner. Stretch Zone. St. John's Housing Partnership, and a big shout out to Chicken Salad Chick for providing us with our pregame meal each and every week. Certainly appreciate their continued support of the broadcast. And over on the 904 Now side, J. Lee Construction, Barwick Banking Company, Canaan Law, Do-All HVAC and Plumbing, the Noah Bailey Group, Raintree Restaurant, St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, St. John's Community Pharmacy, and Stanford Restoration. Appreciate all of their continued support of the broadcast. It's Bartram Trail in St. Augustine, as we mentioned. Should be a big night tonight. Looking forward to that. Bartram Trail struggled a little bit this year. They come in at 2-5 on the season. Not very Bartram Trail-like. They played a tough schedule. And they have had, over the last couple of years, Austin, it's been Bartram has kind of been, I don't want to just say dissected, but by way of new schools in the county, a la Beachside and Tukoi. The numbers just quite aren't what they used to be up on the northwest side at Bartram Trail.
Yeah, and so the way it worked when Beachside opened, if you were already enrolled at Bartram, you could stay there. But if you weren't, so you're 8th grader coming into your freshman year, you go to where you're zoned. Now, of course, kids are parents and things get manipulated and they go where they want to go. But you also had Daryl Sutherland, which was a terrific coach. He stepped out and you had a guy from out of town that nobody necessarily knew. So, that mystique, so to speak, may have went away from there. So you got a real school here that isn't what it once was. As you just have less to pull from, but still a competitive team, still a prideful program, and they're competitive. They want to win.
What we'll do right now is we'll throw it back to the studio, and we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and we will clear the national anthem here in just a couple of minutes. We'll talk a little bit more about Bartram Trail, get you all set up for the kickoff. In about 5 minutes, it's Bartram Trail in St. Augustine. Should be a good one here tonight, folks. Thanks for joining us. Listening live on 102.1 FM, AM 1240, WFOY, and the 904 Now.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
At St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, they believe every life is unique, and honoring that uniqueness is a vital part of healing. From personal traits to life's journey, they take the time to celebrate what made your loved one special. Their spacious, family-friendly facility includes an on-site crematory and offers a full range of services, from traditional burials, various cremation options, to green burials and military tribute. With years of experience and a reputation built on excellence and integrity, they have been honored to serve families from all walks of life. Whether you're planning ahead or facing an immediate need, their compassionate team is here to guide you through every step with care and attention to detail. Call us today at 904-824-1625 or visit www.stjohnsfamilyfuneralhome.com to learn more. Stay connected with your community on the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment network. From morning updates to evening laughs, we keep you informed and entertained. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Rumble, the 904 Now. Stay in the now. Barwick Banking Company is where tradition meets innovation. With over a century of history and roots deep in community values, Barwick Bank offers all the modern conveniences of big banks, plus the personal service only a local team can provide. From business and personal banking to home lending, they're for locals, by locals, serving you right here in St. Augustine and beyond. Visit barwickbank.com or stop by on the island at 101 Marina Cove Drive. Barwick Banking Company, where your future is local. Member FDIC.
When comfort and reliability matter, trust the team that truly does it all. Do all HVAC and plumbing. Proudly serving St. Johns County and Jacksonville. Locally owned and operated, Do All offers expert heating, cooling, and plumbing services for homes and businesses. From installs and emergency repairs to air quality, refrigeration, and complete plumbing, they're available 24/7 with honest, dependable care. Call 904-547-2168 or visit doallhvac.com. Who are you going to call? Do All, the Heat Busters.
Life is not perfect, and sometimes throws you a legal challenge. That's when you turn to Canaan Law. Canaan Law is a local St. Augustine firm of 6 lawyers specializing in personal injury, criminal cases, divorces, and civil litigation. The firm provides compassionate guidance and aggressive representation. Canaan Law attorneys are litigation specialists and know our local court system, and they know how to fight for you. Call 904-824-9402 to schedule your consultation today. Canaan Law, your home field advantage when it matters most.
At St. John's Community Pharmacy, your health is their priority. Locally owned and proudly serving St. Augustine and surrounding communities, they offer personalized care, custom compounding, and low-price generic plan. From diabetes support and health screenings to immunizations and personalized packaging, their friendly team is here for your whole family. Visit them today at 2720 US 1 South, Suite A, or call 904-460-1000. St. John's Community Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy focused on you.
Yellow Jackets and the Bartram Trail Bears, and captains are starting to make their way towards the 50-yard line here. For the Yellow Jackets tonight, it is the home maroon jerseys, gold pants, always familiar gold helmets. Captains for the Yellow Jackets, number 10, Trendell Anderson, number 51, it's Damian Spivey, number 1, Samorian Wingo, and number 8, Bo Medlock. For the Bartram Trail Bears tonight, visiting Bears in the road whites with the black pants, silver helmets trimmed in blue. Captains, number 5, Joel Reagans, number 6, Leo Marucci, number 11, Darian Wright Lester, and number 27, Cade Harpin. So, as you mentioned, Coach Joey Wiles making his way down there, being honored tonight as one of the Hall of Fame inductees, and he will be down there for the coin toss. Visiting Bears will make the call, and we'll see what we got going on here. Just about ready for kickoff. Thanks for joining us here, both on the radio side at 102.1 FM and AM 1240 WFOI. If you're streaming us on 1021news.com, or if you're checking us out on the 904 app, you can watch the video feed and catch all the play-by-play action with myself and Austin Lee here. Boy, what a gorgeous night it is.
Yeah, Coach Wiles got to flip the coin.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he flipped it in the right favor of the Yellow Jackets.
Well, I know he had powers to control the weather, so I think he could probably make that happen.
All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got. Looks like the Yellow Jackets. Oh, who is it? Who won?
We've deferred.
Yep, looks like the Yellow Jackets won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. So Bartram Trail will get the football first.
Told you Coach can manipulate that coin.
That's right, absolutely. Hey, we talk about this rivalry and what it has meant over the years. We've seen just a little bit of everything in this matchup. A couple of great things to consider. We've seen a punt return for a touchdown to win a game. We've seen a blocked field goal to essentially hold on to a win to win a game. We've seen a last-second field goal to win a game. I mean, just you name it, it's happened in this rivalry, Austin.
Yeah, and I think one of the things also my senior year, we've seen a field goal get kicked and then fall 1 yard short, and we held on to a 10-7 win. This game is always so fun. There's been times when we've been down, I believe it's 27-0, and found a way to come back and win 28-27. We've been down 19-0 and find a way to win 21-19. This game is always very interesting. It's always fun. So it's great to see Bartram St. Aug clash. I hope we can hang on to this with all the different shifting and everything. I hope we can keep this rivalry going.
Continue this moving. Hopefully it's fun and interesting in the first half, but we can pull away in the second half. That would be a perfect night for me.
Let's blow them out.
All right, Yellow Jackets have entered from the west. Bartram Trail enters from the east. The Bartram Trail Marching Bear Band, I don't know their specific name, but it's a good size. They have made the trip, and the stands are still filling out over there on the visiting sign. Bears always travel well. So the Yellow Jacket faithful have made it here as well, piling in as we speak. You see a lot of pink out there. Of course, it is Cancer Awareness Month, so you see a lot of pink in the stands, a lot of pink with the cheerleaders and the dance squad, and so a lot of the players also with pink trim, whether that be wrist guards, tape, shoelaces, whatever the case may be. All right, well, Bartram Trail Bears will be getting the football first. One man back deep. Let's see if they put another guy back deep here. We didn't talk about the Bartram Trail Bears so much One guy to keep an eye out for, and familiar name, Arthur Lewis, obviously. He is their big play threat, number 0. And they'll be looking to try to get him involved in the football game early. Hopefully the Yellow Jackets key in on him. All right, so foot meets leather. Here we go. Short kick taken at the 19-yard line, up across the 20, 25. And near the 30, they'll say he stopped at about the 29-yard line. That's where the Bears will start this drive here for Bartram Trail.
By number 17, Mason Bean for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, so today we'll see a lot of classic formations, your doubles, your duos, your trios, normal spread that you'll see on Saturdays and Sundays, and then they do like to get some unbalanced, and they'll do some almost single wing. Think 1930s football. They'll do some of that as well. They got 2 quarterbacks that they'll play. They'll play number 9 Baum and then also number 2 Peterson. So lots of things for our defense to keep an eye on as the night progresses.
All right, so first down and 10 for the Bears here. Just underway, opening kickoff.
Looks like Peterson's going to start tonight. Number 2 quarterback.
They will have 2 in the shotgun. They run 2 quarterbacks frequently. Number 2, Gavin Peterson, will get the start tonight. We'll see a lot of number 9, Cole Baum as well. So 1 left, 1 right, 2 tight ends in the game for the Bears. Handoff. Nope, it's a play action, and not much there for Peterson. Peterson faked the handoff, sent Arthur Lewis to the left. He tried to go around the right edge, and the Yellow Jackets were all over him. Big swarm of Yellow Jackets to get him down quickly.
Yeah, so he was reading Markel Logan there, which he normally moves inside and goes to the B gap. And he moved, but our Jack, which is our in man on the line of scrimmage, the normal would be a read guy, he actually stayed there. It looks like we were in a different type of defense there. And when he pulled it, the guy that was responsible for him was still standing there.
Sean Rannick on the left side looks like he's going to blitz.
So now he's coming.
Yep, and now he'll come.
Rush.
Pressure's coming, and the pocket collapses, and nowhere to go. The quarterback will go down, and it'll be a sack for the Yellow Jackets. Gavin Peterson just nowhere to go with the football. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage, and it brings up 3rd down and 10.
That's an excellent rush by Rannick. He was good first step, got him beat off that, got his hips parallel, and dipped his shoulder, took away that service area, and bent around the hoop, around the corner, and that quarterback had nowhere to go. So 3rd and long here, get off the field.
This is what you want if you're Yellow Jackets. 3rd down and long situations for the Bears. 2 left, 2 right here for Bartram Trail. Shotgun snap. Looking, and is blown dead. Timeout called by Bartram Trail. Wow, early timeout here, 10:31 in the first quarter. And Bartram Trail with their first timeout of the half. Saw something they did not like and called it just before the snap. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting on a 3rd and 10 to call something like that percentage-wise isn't very likely to convert anyway.
We'll keep it here during this timeout. Timeout brought to you in part by the Thompson Baker Insurance Agency. Designed to protect all the things you love for all your personal lines and commercial lines needs. Give them a call, 904-824-1631, or find them online at thompsonbaker.com. Celebrating 100 years serving the fine folks of St. Johns County here this year. So out of the timeout, let's see what they have here. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Bears at their own 30-yard line. 10:31 to go here, first quarter. No score, first possession of the ball game.
Here we go, got some empty.
No backs. 5 wide receivers. Trips right, twins left.
Jackets bring some pressure up the middle.
Shotgun snap. Pocket collapses. Holding. Flag comes in. They'll have the first down on the rush. He goes all the way out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 20 on the ground, but this one's coming back as the flag is down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I believe it was Mason Lynch that was blitzing right up the middle, and the center got his head up, and Mason was standing right next to him, and he decided that he was just going to hold him rather than let him go get his quarterback. So understandable penalty, but that's going to back him up.
Yeah, that hurts too. You needed 10, you got 20 on the carry, and it's going to back him up. It'll be 3rd down and long now. Call it 3rd and about 20 to go to get the first down. So the Bears going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it makes that timeout a little bit more frustrating whenever you call a timeout for that 3rd and 10, trying to get something to convert, and now it's basically all for naught. Go to 3rd and 20.
All right, so 3rd down and 20 here. Let's see what we got going on. They'll set it up. 2 right, 1 left. Shotgun snap. Looking. Hit as he throws, and it's picked off. Come coming back the other way. Intercepted inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. Oh, baby. What a play there by the linebacker. Mason Lynch just stepped in front of the route and picked it off and coming back the other way.
Great job there. That was awesome. That was an interesting setup that Bartram had. They swung their running back out to the flats and then also had their tight end release. And it looked like it was supposed to be a little bit of a clear out there. The receivers just going vertical to just create some space, and they were going to just dump it off to the running back because the tight end was engaged in a block about 7 yards downfield. And quarterback just threw an errant pass, and the line went right into Mason Lynch's hands. Jackets take over at the 14-yard line.
Here come the Jackets. Brenton James in the shotgun now. He's got 2 right, 1 left. Samorian Wingo is the lone receiver to the near side left. Calls for the snap. Looks. Handoff. Preston's got it, and he's got room, and he won't be touched. He'll walk into the end zone for the touchdown. Late flag comes in. Now Preston got into the end zone before that flag hit the ground. So we'll see what the call is here.
I think they're going to call something up front. I didn't see a hold, but it would be the way it was thrown would be in the category of holding. It could be, hands to the face on the defensive line or something like that. But he was looking at our front and then threw it.
Looks like we may be coming back. Maybe it's illegal hands to the face here. Let's see.
Yep.
Holding is the call. Holding will negate the 14-yard touchdown by Nate Preston. So that's disappointing. So it'll back him up a little bit, give him a little more space to work with. Boy, Nate Preston, you got to be impressed with the way he has run the football the last several weeks. And he was untouched. That offensive line just made a huge hole right between the tackles.
And just a note, Trendle Anderson starting at receiver up top.
So Anderson and Santiago to the right. Showtime Wingo to the left. Shotgun snap. Preston again takes the handoff, powers his way forward, and he'll get back near the original line of scrimmage. Let's see where they spotted to be just shy, gain of 4.5. And it'll be second down and about 10.
Something to note, any Gator fans out there, whenever there's a penalty, they'll play the little move back, you suck thing.
Yep.
Yeah, the Bartram Trail's doing that to us right now. How about that?
Do you know where that theme comes from?
I don't.
The music, where that comes from?
I don't.
Are you a wrestling fan?
I watched a little WWE in elementary school age, Batista, Undertaker.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right on this. I think that's Kurt Angle's theme.
Oh, is it?
Because when Kurt Angle came into the game, they would say, dun, dun, you, dun, dun, you.
Okay. And sorry,
I think that's where the correlation comes in.
Next commercial break, we'll do some research and I'll look it up.
We're gonna get the Google.
It's a catchy tune. I love doing it myself, but it's not fun whenever it's directed at me.
That's true. When it comes our way, we don't like it.
Just the first time.
We'll get the Google machine. We'll get the R&D department working on that to see if I'm accurate or not. Kurt Angle, an Olympic champion.
Meanwhile, we've had the referees, or I'm not sure what's going on.
They've had a lot of conversations.
Yeah,
we've been trying to fill time.
Yeah, everybody's just standing here looking at each other. The white hat's just standing 15 yards.
He's staring at us now.
Is it something with us?
I'm not us, but I'm not sure. Now
he's talking to the ref in the booth here.
He's talking to us, but not us. But us.
A couple, up here in the booth.
Yeah.
Oh, we have 95 minutes on 9
nice.
minutes and
Nice.
The longest first quarter ever.
We're going to be here a long time. 95 minutes in the first quarter to go.
Quick hand, she got it corrected. We're good to go.
All right, 9:50 on the clock. They'll reset that, and we're ready to roll here. Second down and about 10 here for the Jackets. They've got it just outside the 15-yard line. 2 right, 1 left here for St. Augustine. James, shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff, going towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Couldn't come down with it. Julio Santiago outstretched his hands, but it was just a little too high. And it brings up third down and 10.
I'll say I knew that was incomplete and a little bit too high, but that was great placement by Brent.
Yes, it was. My goodness.
He tried to put it right on top, not inside, not outside, right on top.
And he had to put it there because of the coverage. Give credit to the coverage there. It was man-on-man with Santiago, and he was all over it on the route. So the ball was placed perfectly, and the only person that was going to catch it was Santiago if he could have got his hands on it. Unfortunately, it falls incomplete. So here we go, third down and 10.
I would throw it to Trendle at the top. You got 10 yards of space and no one around but one-on-one.
I would too. Rolling right now. Looking. Fires it towards the middle, and it is caught. and it's going to be close to a first down. They can still get a first, and I think they will. They should have it inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. It's a catch and completion. Is that Trendell Anderson? I think that's who it was.
Yes, sir.
Who was lined up slot right. So it's a catch by Trendell Anderson, and it'll be first down and goal from the 2-yard line. 12-yard completion. Shotgun snap, handoff. Preston's powering his way. Does he get in? No, he will be denied the goal line. Gets down inside the 1, but he will not get the touchdown.
Man, he was shot out of a cannon the way he hit the hole. That was a great tackle by that Bartram Trail linebacker. I believe it was number 46. It's hard to see the way his jersey rolled up. That was a good tackle because I thought for sure we were going to bang that in.
All right, second down and goal here from the 1-yard line. James looks to the sideline. He'll get the play call, and here we go. 2 tight ends in the game now. Wingo to the wide left. Santiago wide right. Looking for him. No flag. A lot of hand checking, a lot of body checking over there with Wingo and the defensive back, Joel Reagans. He was one of the captains tonight, but no flag comes in. It brings up third down and goal now.
I think Brent was trying to throw a back shoulder to Samorian there, and I don't think Samorian was expecting it. And that's something, at least at the high school level, it's very hard. I mean, in the NFL, they'll tell you guys that it's really tough. So,
all right, third and goal here. Let's see what they do. Preston powers his way. Oh, he gets tripped up. Tried to get around the edge on the right side, but he got tripped up, and he will lose yardage on the play back at the 2. And so now, fourth and goal, offense is going to stay on the field.
Yeah, couldn't get any push up front there. That was good. Good stand by the Bartram Trail D-line, and there was a hole there for Nate to jump out of it. He was in the middle of the jump cut, and I think he caught one of his offensive linemen's foot and just couldn't get his feet back underneath him and tripped up. So going to 10 personnel here, bringing some wide receivers out, bring those 2 tight ends to the sideline and see what some of our skill guys can do and get a little more speed on the field.
10 seconds on the play clock. They'll set up trips left, 1 to the wide right. Play clock at 3. They get it off. Fakes the handoff, and Brenton James will take it into the end zone. No, Samorian Wingo on the Wildcat. You're right. Samorian Wingo lined up at the quarterback spot. They both look so similar, we couldn't check it, and he'll take the Wildcat in and spin his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, so what that was, it looks like a sort of a Q ISO. It was interesting the way we ran it. So we were in the pistol. He turns his shoulders to be perpendicular with the sideline and then fakes the handoff and then follows right where the running back went. It's pretty much just an ISO play and goes right up the middle for a touchdown.
Jackets get on the board first, and here comes Moses Laprise for the extra point. High snap, gets it down, and he will bang it through. 7:57 to go here, first quarter, our score. Jackets take the early lead. It's 7-0. Back to the studio for a quick timeout. We're right back after this. I'll get it out. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
When disaster strikes, trust Stanford Restoration, St. Augustine's #1 emergency water and mold removal experts. For over 25 years, they've provided 24/7 rapid response for water, fire, and mold damage, arriving within 60 minutes to protect what matters most. From emergency cleanup to deep cleaning of carpets, tile, and upholstery, Stanford treats your home like it's their own. Serving St. John's and surrounding counties with expert care and proven results. Get your free quote today at StanfordRestoration.com. Stanford Restoration, restoring peace of mind, one home at a time.
Ready to find your dream home or sell with confidence? Trust the Noah Bailey Group, St. Johns County's real estate experts. Whether you're buying in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, or St. Augustine Beach, or looking to list your home or commercial property, they've got the latest listings and local insights to guide you every step of the way. Get your free home analysis today and unlock your property's full potential. Call 904-878-4447 or visit them at 403 Anastasia Boulevard or online at NoahBaileyGroup.com. The Noah Bailey Group, your dream home starts here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yellow Jacket scoring drive, 7 plays, just 14 yards. They take advantage of the Mason Lynch interception that set them up in the red zone, and they get 6 points on a Samorian Wingo Wildcat run of 1 yards. Jackets lead this one 7-0, 7:52 to go here first quarter. Kickoff taken back to about the 33-yard line. That's where Bartram will start their second drive of the ball game. Their first drive went 3 plays and the interception. And so hopefully the defense can show up one more time.
Thank you, Doug Gibson.
All right, 2 right, 1 left. Shotgun snap.
Speed option.
Yeah, Peterson still the quarterback. He gets a couple out just across they'll say he's down at the 35-yard line. Gain of 2. And it'll be second down and long.
That is something they are a fan of. They do a lot of speed option and lots of motion. They're going to bring guys across the formation and then do shifts and all different types of things just to put the defense in a bad spot. So, like I was saying, right before we snap the ball, our defense is going to have to just make sure on our P's and Q's and just good eyes, pay attention to what's in front of you, read your keys, and do your job.
Do your job. Second down and 8 here for the Bears. 2 tight ends in the game. 2 receivers lined up to the left.
What are we in?
Jackets showing blitz, and here they come. Pressure's coming. It is Lynch, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Arthur Lewis on the carry, and he went absolutely nowhere. Jackets blew that play up from the right side, and Lewis had nowhere to go. It'll be a loss on the play of 2 yards, and it brings up another 3rd down and 10.
Yep, brought some pressure from the fields there, so we got 2 guys off the field side, to the wide side of the field, so he's slant our whole defensive line to the left. Markel Logan sets a wall, and then he has to cut. The running back sees that wall, has to cut back, and by the time he stops his feet, Mason Lynch is already off the edge and in the backfield. 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and long here. They've only had 1 passing play. That resulted in an interception. Peterson drops back, looks, fires it out, and it is caught and complete, and it'll be a 1st down. Needed 10, got 11, out across the 43, near the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and is it Bo? Or Will? Yeah, I believe it was Bo Medlock was a little slow buzzing where he needed to go to the flats. I think we were in cover 3 there, and he wasn't quite underneath that. If he was maybe a yard faster, that would have been in his hands. But good throw by Bartram's quarterback, and 1st down.
So Gavin Peterson stays in at quarterback. He's the sophomore. He's got 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun snap. Lewis with the handoff left side and powers his way out into Yellow Jacket territory at the 49-yard line. That's a good run by Arthur Lewis.
Yeah, good run towards the boundary there. Something I'm noticing is we're playing a little more cover 3 than we usually do, which is not our base. It's something we run quite a bit of, but it's not normally our go-to. So interesting to see what Coach Braddock's thinking.
Got official timeout on the field for a water break. We'll keep it right here during our timeout. Timeout brought to you in part by licensed realtor Robin Arnold and the Ponte Vedra Club Realty St. Augustine office. Call or text Robin Arnold, 904-347-1963 for any of your real estate needs, or you can visit them online at letsgo904.com. Jackets with a 7-0 lead here, 5:59 to go, 1st quarter, our first water break of the ball game. And the Bartram Trail Bears with their first down of the ball game. They have it inside Yellow Jacket territory now at the Jacket 49-yard line. 2nd down and 4 coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, I think this is a great game at this point in the season, the rivalry and everything, where the old nothing speech by Nick Saban applies. You know, you're playing a 2-5 team. You think you can just roll out and beat the heck out of them. I'll get into the nothing speech when we get some time, but just go out. We got to do our jobs and just play well, fundamental football going into November after we already won the district championship and clinched the playoff spot.
Trips right here. 2nd down and 4.
Looks like we're getting some more staring contests going on here.
A lot of staring.
Right, here we go.
A lot of staring by the gaggle of zebras tonight so far. All right, here we go. Shotgun snap. Lewis takes the handoff, comes around the edge, flag comes in. Lewis going upfield inside the 30 and all the way down to the 19-yard line, but I think this one is coming back.
Yeah, that's a dash play. That was executed very well, and Bo Medlock came down from his safety spot like a missile and kind of had his head on the wrong side of the body and broke the tackle, but it looks like it's going to be coming back anyway.
Yeah, but you see the speed and the athleticism that Arthur Lewis has, and that was the one guy that the coaching staff was concerned about. He has hurt them in the past. Arthur Lewis has been, it seems like he's been in a Bears uniform for about 7 years now.
Yeah.
But, you know, he got up the field quickly and had a convoy out in front of him. So a big play is negated, and it'll bring it all the way back to the Bears' 41-yard line. So that is a big, big penalty.
So this is going to be kind of hard to describe for those that are listening, but so we all are familiar with the read option where the running back is going downhill, the quarterback's looking at the defensive end, and he can either hand it to the running back or he can pull it. So this is like the opposite of that, where the running back is running towards the sideline and the quarterback's reading it, but he can either pull it and go downhill towards the line of scrimmage, or he can give it to the running back and he'll go towards the sideline, which is what he did there.
2nd down, they'll say 2nd and 14 after the penalty here. Lewis again going left side. He'll be hit and taken down. Short gain on the play. Did the ball come out? Acted like the ball came out, but instead it's not. It'll be a short gain on the play. He will get back to about near the original line of scrimmage here, and they'll say it'll be 3rd down and 9 now from the Bear 45-yard line.
Let's see if Coach Braddock wants to bring any pressure here.
All right, 3rd down and long. Bears have found themselves in 3rd and long situations a lot tonight. 5:04 to go here, first quarter. Jackets lead 7-0. Bears will set up 2 receivers right. 2 to the left. Now they'll bring a man in motion. He'll set up as an H-back right side. Shotgun snap. Looking. Going to tuck it and run. He will be hit, and he will be taken down. He will not get the first down. He'll get near midfield to the 49-yard line, but he'll be taken down at that spot, so it'll be 4th and a long 5 here for the Bears. Let's see if they want to go for it, if they want to try and pin the Jackets deep.
That looked like to be the same concept that they ran whenever we got the interception earlier. They peel the running back out, kind of release the tight end there to block. And I think he's got a quick read, and he can either just decide to run it or to throw it and decide to run it there. And they're bringing out the punt unit, so they're going to punt from the 49, and Samori Wingo is back to return.
And we saw that a lot last week. He was the main punt returner, especially in the first half. And it worked out well. He had a long return all the way to the 1-yard line. And so let's see what he's got here. Angled towards the sideline, it will hit and yellow. Oh, it will take it will take a Bear roll, man. It hit at about the 35, and it's going to be blown dead inside the 20. At the last second, it seemed like it kind of just shot forward for an extra 10 yards almost.
Yeah, it looked like we got a little lucky, so it was about the 23-yard line. So it looked a little worse from up here, but yeah, it was on that far sideline, so hard for us to tell. But
must have gone out of bounds.
Yep, right at the 23. So.
All right, so that's where the Jackets will take over here. 3:52 to go. First quarter, Jackets lead 7-0. Second possession of the ball game now for St. Augustine. So Brenton James will lead the troops. We'll have 3 left and 1 to the wide right. I think that is Wingo wide right there by himself.
I'd say look for plays out of the slot tonight when we're in trips. They're going to be playing this coverage. I'm not saying on this play here, but be ready for that later on.
Defense way off the slot receiver for sure. Nate Preston is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and luckily for the Bears he was, because he could still be running perhaps. It was a nice run on first down for 5 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 5 here from the Jacket 27.
The drawing will be held on October 30th during the halftime.
Yep. Look for a play from Julio here. Bartram's changing up the coverage. Brent just checked out of it, I believe.
Same formation, trips left, 1 right. Swings it out, and it's caught. There's Santiago. He's got the first down and into Bears territory. Gets all the way down inside the 45 and down to the 41-yard line, and a big play there from Julio Santiago, who had a big night last week.
Yep, ran this quick slant there. Brent got the ball out of his hands fast and right into his chest, and good run after catch by Julio. Quick on the ball.
32-yard catch and run for Julio Santiago, and the Jackets are in business now. First down and 10. Go to the hard count. Oh, Bartram trail. Yeah, there it is. Flag came in late, but he was definitely offsides and in the neutral zone on the hard count by Brenton James. It'll cost him 5 yards.
Yeah, it's one of those things I always coached as a D-line, and Coach Stewart.
Watch the ball.
That for sure, but you always get a 6-inch step in the ground. So if that's your first thing, and you realize you move and the ball didn't move, you can always recover quickly as long as you don't break that line of scrimmage. But whenever you go out with your head first, there's no room for error there.
First down and 5. Drops back, looks, fires it across the middle and incomplete. Too far out in front of Santiago this time, who was man-on-man in the middle of the secondary. He was just running a simple post pattern there, and he couldn't connect.
Yeah, it was an RPO, and I think he had a glance, which is essentially, like you said, just a shorter post. And that was a touchdown if Brent put it on him. But here we go, is it third or is it second?
Second down and 5 after the penalty. 3:06 to go here, first quarter. Jackets lead 7-0. Twins left, Twins right here for St. Augustine. Play action. Now looking. Pocket collapses. He's going to be flushed out, and he'll be sacked. He'll be sacked back at the 45-yard line. Great pursuit there by the Bartram Trail Bears, and it was number 19, Major Grandos, the defensive lineman, who got him down in the backfield.
What a name, by the way. Major
Grandos.
That is terrific. But, yeah, Brent there, he was dropping back, and he was looking at Trindell and Julio. They were on a switch route, and I think Trindell had a step. Brent didn't quite trust what he saw, started patting the ball, and don't have time for that, and Bartram's in our backfield.
So 3rd down and long here from the 44. James looking, fires it out, wide open receiver, Caden Smith. Can he get upfield? He can, but he'll be short by about a yard. As they needed 14 there, he got 13. And a wide open space there for Caden Smith. Now they're going to say he was short by about a yard and a half. So let's see what the Jackets do. The offense staying on the field, and I don't blame them.
Yep, that's perfect. That's all we really need. Of course, we would have taken the first down, but it's all we really needed in this area of the field. Get 4th and 2 and see what we can do here.
So 4th down and 2. Handoff. No, play action. Fires it across the middle, and it's caught, and it'll be a touchdown. Showtime, Samorian Wingo. As he caught it across the middle on a slant pattern, he got away from his defender, and off to the races he went for the touchdown.
Those are the intangibles that he has that's so good that, maybe a not power 4 Miami-type receiver wouldn't make this play, but because the defensive back, he strafed at the ball right as it was there, but Samorian put his hands out away from his body to secure the ball, and so all he was hitting was Samorian's shoulder rather than the ball if he would have caught it with his body. And whenever he did that, he fell right off of him, and Samorian was able to keep running. Kick is up and barely good. That was not the prettiest kick, but it goes through, and we got a flag on the
Got a flag on the play. Let's see. Illegal formation or illegal procedure?
I think
something against the Jackets here.
Might be on them because they were asking us what we wanted.
Yeah.
Coach Braddock was nowhere around. Coach Libo's making calls. Now
they're going to go talk to the Bartram Trail coaching staff and see if they want it on the kickoff or if they want them to re-kick the football. And the way that extra point looked, I wouldn't be surprised if they made them re-kick it.
Yeah. You're going to get good field position from us. We're not banging out of the back of the end zone. So I would try to take the points off the board. Although be careful, it might send our offense out.
That's right. So 13-0 is our score. They will cost the Yellow Jackets 5 yards. They'll re-kick it here. So they'll set it up at the 15-yard line. This will be a 25-yard extra point now. Try for Moses Laprise.
This is a good rep for just, I know it's an extra point, but just as a field goal practice.
Gets it up, low kick. Did he bang it through? Yes, sir, he did.
Man.
Line drive kick, but he got it through. 14-0 is our score. Minute 53 to go here. First quarter, Jackets with the lead. Let's go back to studio for a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
Looking for the perfect place to dine in St. Augustine? Visit Raintree Restaurant, a local favorite for fun, family, and friends. Enjoy award-winning Mediterranean, American, steak, and seafood dishes in their beautiful indoor dining room or expansive courtyard. Sip handcrafted cocktails or fine wines at the full bar and enjoy free on-site parking. Named an Open Table Diner's Choice for 2024, Raintree is located at 102 San Marco Ave. Call 904-824-7211 or make your reservation today at RaintreeRestaurant.com. Want the best way to stay in the now? Tune in to the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment podcast network. Start your day with the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning for the latest news, unwind with laughs on Bollocks this evening, or get local perspective with Troy's 2 Cents every Friday. We keep you connected to the community we live in. Like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. The 904 Now. Stay in the now.
Minute 51 to go on the kickoff. It's a fumble. I think the Bears are going to fall on it, but it got punched out here as we come back to live action. And the Bears will recover it, but back at the 25-yard line. Minute 46 to go here, first quarter. And the Jackets lead this one 14-0. We were just checking some college scores. Interesting score of note. Man, right now Louisville up 14-0 on Miami. And that game is a little bit of a shocker. So the Hurricanes in trouble here early in the first quarter in that one. In this one, the Bears are in a little bit of trouble here. Down 14-0. And they've had the football twice. One turnover on interception and one punt.
Is this the most parity we've ever seen in college football? Because I don't know who is the best right now. I thought Miami was the best. We'll see how this night goes, but I think this is what they finally wanted to happen.
New quarterback in for the Bears. This time it is Cole Baum, number 9, the senior, and he'll hand it off to Arthur Lewis. Not much there. He'll get it out across the 25, gain of 2, and out to the 27. Yeah, college football is interesting. I never in my life would have expected Indiana to go into Eugene, Oregon and beat the Ducks the way they did last week. Texas is not for real.
No. Auburn's battling with Georgia, and it's questionable calls, and they might.
Questionable calls there. I mean, Alabama is winning football, but I don't know how good they are. And so just a lot of parity. Deep ball down the field, and it is incomplete. Oh, flags come in.
That is a horrible.
Oh, man. They're going to get pass interference on the Yellow Jackets. My goodness.
We were running stride for stride. The ball's uncatchable. He's saying that we grabbed a little jersey, but I don't think that impeded the route whatsoever. But at the same time, that is something, and I've said this on these broadcasts all year, that we have just had trouble with, is when the ball is in the air on a vertical route, our corners tend to panic, for lack of a better word, and just get a little handsy. And sometimes we don't play the ball, and it's a really, really tough skill set. It's easy to say when you're watching on TV or you're listening to us or whatever, but it's a very hard skill set. But it's something that we got to do and we got to get better at.
All right, so after the pass interference call, it'll put it all the way out to the 42-yard line of Bartram Trail. So it gives them an automatic first down.
Speaking of college football, LSU are underdogs to Vanderbilt tomorrow.
Wow.
You know that? Yeah.
Wow. And that alone says there's parity in college football. Shotgun snap. Handoff. Lewis will take it, try to get wide, and he'll go nowhere. Great tackle in open space right there. And who was that? Was that Willie Elmore? Yeah, Willie Elmore with a great tackle. And he gets it for a loss of 3 all the way back to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that was that dash play again. And he's playing our sandwich of that nickel. And he was actually getting blocked in the back. He's trying to shoot that gap in between the slot receiver and the end man on the line of scrimmage to cut the ball off. But you got to be very careful doing. And that slot receiver was blocking him in the back. I was about to be calling for that, but he made the play anyway.
So should be the final play of the first quarter. Game clock at 25 here. Second down, 13 for the Bears. Back at their own 39-yard line. Twins left, Twins right. Shotgun snap to Baum. Baum fire it out, and it has it complete out in space. And they'll get a big chunk of that yardage back. It'll be a manageable third down here. As we get to the second quarter here, should be it for the first quarter, and it will. Jackets lead 14-0. It'll be third down and 5 when we come back from the timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football, 102.1 FM, AM 1240, WFOY, and the 904 Now.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
We start the second period. Jackets lead this one 14-0. Bartram will have it third down and 5 here from their own 47-yard line. Big down here for the Bears. They want to keep the drive alive. They stalled near midfield on their last possession, and they punted the football. Try to pin the Yellow Jackets deep. Let's see what they do here with 2 downs to go.
And then third at 4-7, they are a 58% run. So that tells me they're probably trying to run just to get to a fourth and manageable and then go for it. We'll see what they do here.
Trips right. Now they bring a man in motion, set up near side. Handoff. Lewis. Not much. He won't get much, maybe a yard to the 48-yard line. That's all he's going to have, and it will bring up fourth down and 4 here for the Bartram Bears.
Yeah, they're hoping to get a little, about 3.5. They're moving it now, so I'm sure they're hoping to get a little more out of that, but that makes it, like we were saying pre-snap, where it's now a little bit more manageable. But at the minus or the plus 49, minus 49. No, they're going to decide to go for it down.
Yeah,
2 possessions in the second quarter. I mean, you got to kind of start making these decisions.
Fourth down and a long 2 here. Let's see if they try to get the Jackets to jump off sides. They'll send a guy in motion across the field. Shotgun snap. Rolling. Looking. Pressure's coming, and he will have the first down and slides down underneath the tackle. And it'll be a first down. He needed 3. He got 4, and they will move the chains.
Yep, just sprint out play there. I thought he had the quick flat route. He decided not to go with it, but what's nice about a sprint out is you can just keep sprinting. And, you know, we give the refs a hard time when they mess up. I want to give them credit there because quarterback was running, and he slid at the very last second. I believe it was Bo Medlock was already flying at him, and we did clip his head there. And if that was our guy, we might be screaming for it, but I think that was a very fair no call there.
All right, so here we go. First down and 10 from the Jacket, 47-yard line. Just underway second quarter, 10:40 to go. Jackets lead 14-0. Fakes the handoff to Lewis. He'll keep it himself. He's upended and taken down. 5-yard gain here. Nice run on first down for Colbaum, the quarterback.
And that's that dash look where the quarterback decides to keep it. So Arthur Lewis is running sideways towards the line, towards the sideline, and he's reading the defensive lineman. Depending on what that defensive lineman does, he can pull it or give it. So he decided to keep it. Got a decent gain out of it.
Yeah, injured player down for Bartram. Training staff will tend to him. We'll get a number here in just a second. We'll keep it here during the timeout. Timeout brought to you in part our good friends at Steve Chapman's All-American Air and Conditioning and Heating. Voted best in St. Augustine by you for over 25 years. For all your AC needs, give them a call, 904-461-0070, and online at allamerican.ac.com.
I believe that's number 55, Brandon Joseph, that was down, and he is up and off the field.
Yeah, senior offensive lineman, so he'll be tended to on the far sideline.
And earlier what I was saying about that nothing speech, so, you know, for us right now it's 2-5. We already secured the district championship, got home playoff games. 2-5 Bartram team. It's easy to just kind of be complacent, but there's that nothing speech by Nick Saban. It's like if you wake up in the morning, you feel entitled, what would that get you? Nothing. You know, if you lose your discipline and work ethic, what would that get you? Nothing. If you fail to prepare and pay attention to detail, what would that get you? Nothing. So just got to keep doing the things that got us to this point, regardless of the opponent.
Got to stay focused. Second down and 6, they'll say. And it's a keeper once again. Baum will kind of methodically work his way upfield here, down to the 41-yard line. It'll bring up another third down here. Third down and a long 4 here for the Bears. And they have had the football a lot thus far on this drive.
That was a pretty interesting power there. So it was a Q power. At least that's what it looked like. They faked the handoff, had 2 guys pull, and he pulled up as if he was going to throw the RPO and decided to pull it down to follow. So I don't know if that was a legit RPO or if that was designed that way, but it's interesting the way these play callers in high school and college are getting creative, different ways to do power and counter in the backfield to get different looks.
Third down and 4 here, 9:30 to go. Second quarter, Jackets lead 14-0. Big down here for the defense, and it'll pass play, and it'll be caught at the sticks, and I think he's going to have it. He bobbled it initially, but he was able to focus and bring it in and lunge forward for the first down. I think he's going to have it, and he will. They'll move the chains here.
Yeah, that's a good catch by the senior, number 8, Colby Dean of Bartram, because we were right on him right when he caught the ball with the collision, and he was able to use his body and his hands to corral the ball. He bobbled it for a little bit there.
And in very typical Bartram fashion, have not seen much from the passing game. They do not throw the ball very much. They only average about 123 yards per game passing, just over 200 in the run game, and that's what it's been predominantly tonight. So first down and 10 here for the Bears.
5 seconds on the play clock, 3.
Oh, Jackets are going to jump and give them 5 yards. Yeah, play clock was running down. And the quarterback not very happy with one of his receivers who was lined up on the left side, but he's going to get 5 free yards out of it. And it should be first down and 5 here after the penalty.
Yeah, that was Day there, and he's a little frustrated.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now they're talking a long time here. Is this going to go against Bartram? Were they drawn?
False start.
Oh, wow, false start.
That must be why I was frustrated, because one of the things I always coached is, a lot of people, you want to say watch the ball. Well, that sounds really easy and simple up here, but the better...
It sounds easy to me.
Yeah. The better thing to do is just go off of movement. So I always told them, hey, just plug your ears. We don't care what they're saying as far as a quarterback. Just go off of movement. So everybody has a key. If your key moves, then you move. And so if you're never going to be wrong there. They'll either call a false start like they just did, or the ball is snapped.
All right, first down and 15 now. 2 left.
Little indicator, they like a lot of this where they'll show a play, give a hard count, see what we're in, and then look back to the sideline. Coach Wiles used to call it the meerkat because they kind of pop up like a meerkat.
Now 3 receivers left, 1 right. Drops back, looks, fires a deep ball down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. The defensive back had a chance at it, but he couldn't quite bring it in. That's Bo Medlock who was back there from his free safety position. And it was a dangerous throw into double coverage. It goes incomplete.
Yeah, Bo and Willie were running right next to him side to side, and I think it was Willie's hands that went right through. But, yeah, I think they just wanted to take a shot there, which at a 1st and 15 at this stage, I don't know if I would have necessarily taken a shot there. I'd be trying to get into plus territory because this is a 4 down, which maybe that's what he's thinking is it's 4 down. He's still got 3 to get 15 yards. But here we go, 2nd and 15.
2nd down, 15 here for the Bears. Trips left, 1 right. Shotgun snap. Keeper. Baum around the right edge has a big gain here of about 10, maybe 11 yards. He'll slide down and give himself up. Let's see where they put him down. They're going to put him down at the 32, 33-yard line, so a little bit shorter than initially looked. The slide took him all the way to the 30. They're going to get him down at the 33-yard line where he gave himself up. So 3rd down and about 7 here for the Bears.
It's funny seeing a quarterback slide on a designed quarterback run. It's one thing.
You'd want to kind of go forward on that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I understand not wanting to take the hits, but on a designed run. And one thing they need to make sure they know is they get spotted where the slide starts. So not where your knee hits, it's where you start sliding.
3rd down and 7. Shotgun snap. Baum looking. Pressure comes, and it's going to be a completed pass all the way down to the 10-yard line. Nice throw and catch there. Leo Marucci on the catch, the wide receiver, and he was wide open in the middle of the field. Baum taking some pressure as the pocket was collapsing, but still was able to get it downfield, and it should be 1st and goal.
What a throw by Baum. He stood in there because Sean Rannick was closing in. He put his face mask right on his chest, and he stood in there and delivered it right down the seam. It's a really, really good throw. Really good catch as well.
So this will be the 12th play of the drive coming up here. 1st down and goal for the Bears right at the 10-yard line. 7:30 to go here. 2nd quarter. Bears trail 14-0 to the Jackets. They're trying to get on the board for the first time tonight.
They got some new guys in the D-line getting a little tired up front, so rotating.
Arthur Lewis weaving his way. He'll be hit, and he'll be denied the goal line down near the 2-yard line. That's a big run there. I say no, by Arthur Lewis. And it'll be 2nd down and goal. Lewis again be tripped up, and he'll be stopped. He tripped up, and the trip slowed down his momentum, and he was tackled in the backfield. I believe it was Mason Bean that got him down to the ground.
Yeah, great read by Mason Bean. I don't even believe that was a blitz, but it looked like a blitz by how fast that he filled. That gap was open. He read it. It was back there. I think that's what made him trip is he was expecting to go through that hole, and he saw Mason's face and decided to stop his feet and got tripped up. So 3rd and 3, yep. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. Arthur Lewis on the Wildcat will keep it, and he gets in. Yes, he does. He took it himself on the Wildcat, direct snap, and he went off the right side and punched it into the end zone. So the Bears get on the board for the first time tonight. 6:25 to go here, 2nd quarter. It is 14-6, and the extra point coming up.
Yeah, it's sort of that single wing look where they have a tight end. So on the right side, they had your typical guard, tackle, tight end, and then they have 3 guys standing beside them. So you have 6 guys on one side of the ball. You just snap it and try to outman everyone.
One guy coming off late, plenty of time on the play clock. Play clock at 16. He gets off, and now here comes the extra point. Extra point by Lucas Floyd is up, and it is good. He's perfect on the season now. 18 for 18 on extra points, and he banged that one right through. 6:25 to go here, 2nd quarter. Our score, Jackets 14, Bears 7. It's back to studio. Quick timeout, back after this. You're listening to Yale Jacket Football.
Barwick Banking Company is where tradition meets innovation. With over a century of history and roots deep in community values, Barwick Bank offers all the modern conveniences of big banks, plus the personal service only a local team can provide. From business and personal banking to home lending, they're for locals by locals, serving you right here in St. Augustine and beyond. Visit barwickbank.com or stop by on the island at 101 Marina Cove Drive, Barwick Banking Company, where your future is local. Member FDIC.
When comfort and reliability matter, trust the team that truly does it all. Do all HVAC and plumbing. Proudly serving St. Johns County and Jacksonville. Locally owned and operated, Do All offers expert heating, cooling, and plumbing services for homes and businesses. From installs and emergency repairs to air quality, refrigeration, and complete plumbing, they're available 24/7 with honest, dependable care. Call 904-547-2168 or visit doallhvac.com. Who are you going to call? Do All, the Heat Busters.
Scoring drive for the Bears. 14 plays, 75 yards. They punch it in. Arthur Lewis with a 3-yard touchdown run. They cut the deficit in half. It's 14-7 now. St. Augustine on the kickoff return. Return back to the 20-yard line. That's where the Jackets will start this drive. And it will be their worst starting field position of the night. That was a long drive for the Bears. They had it late in the first quarter and took basically half of the second quarter off the clock. So they had it for a good 7.5 minutes there. And so the Yellow Jacket defense will certainly need a break. And the offense has not been on the field very much. They've had 2 scoring drives. A short field. They went 7 plays, 14 yards for the touchdown after the Mason Lynch interception set the Jackets up in plus territory in the red zone. Then they had a long drive, 6 plays, 77 yards. And it was a 3-yard touchdown run by Samorian Wingo.
And one thing to note on that drive that was different is you had Cole Baum at quarterback rather than Gavin Peterson, who had the first 2 drives. And he did a good job with both his arm and his legs in that drive. So that's the recipe for Bartram is long drives, keep our offense off the field, and score touchdowns.
Yep, that's it.
But hopefully we can put some concrete mix in there instead of flour or something to mess up the recipe.
I like it. All right, first down and 10 here for the Jackets.
Wouldn't that be a bummer, making cookies and concrete mixes in there?
That would not be good at all.
That's something that happened in my house.
Trips left, 1 right, bobbled snap. Brenton James is going to be hit and dropped for a sack. So not a good start here to this drive. It'll be a 6-yard loss all the way back at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, just got to do the simple things here. Just get the snap off. Momentum has swung. Got to just relax, block.
Block and tackle.
Block and tackle. Just catch the ball, take care of the ball.
Twins left, twins right here. Shotgun snap to James. Play action. Looks. Now he's flushed out, keeping his eyes upfield. He's going to fire it wide open down the field, and it is caught.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. Santiago has it. Is it a catch?
That was a catch.
Yeah. Wow, 2 receivers in the same place. And Santiago and Wingo were both fighting for the football. Santiago comes up with it. He'll have the completion all the way down into Bear territory.
I'm not sure if it.
My goodness.
I am sure. I know assists are not a stat in football, but that is what Samorian just did. It was like a volleyball set to Julio. That was
bump set spike, my man.
That was crazy.
All right, first down and 10 from midfield. Great catch there by Julio Santiago. Shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff. James looks, fires it out, caught. It'll be a flag down. Coming upfield is Trendell Anderson, and he's out of bounds at the 28. But let's see if this one's coming back or not.
I think that's going to be a hold on number 21 of Bartram as Trendell was releasing out of the backfield. I think he tried to hold him.
Yep, that's going to be the indication here. So big gainer here by Trendell Anderson all the way down to the 28-yard line. So a 22-yard catch and run. And this one should be declined. Yep, they'll decline that and take the 22 yards instead. So in 2 plays, the Jackets move right down the field. They gain about 60 yards on those 2 plays here. And they are in business now inside the 30-yard line. So they'll mark him out of bounds at the 26. So that was a 24-yard completion.
And it looks like Bartram is playing a cover 1 look. They have no safeties back.
Yeah,
okay,
now they drop 1 back.
Now they have 2-on-1 at the boundary, though. So that's
Santiago's wide open, though. Oh, my goodness. James didn't see him. Santiago was wide open when the defensive back came off of him. It'll be a keeper on the play. He'll take it down inside the 25. Boy, you wish you would have had that one back because Santiago was streaking wide open in the middle of the field.
That's a really good job by Bartram. They saw Brent's eyes, and then once his eyes cleared, then they rotated their coverage, and so Brent didn't see it.
Gain of 1, second down and 9. 2 right, 2 left. Shotgun snap. James going towards the end zone. Too tall for Santiago as he couldn't catch up with it. That one's going to be a little too long.
Yeah, I think he may have missed that route up there. He was in the slot. It was a slot fade. Trindell ran just a quick little hitch, and he took off at the angle like he was going towards the pylon, and then once he cleared the DB, he started going more vertical down the numbers, and then Brent threw it more towards the pylon.
Is that a flag down all the way across the field? I think it is.
Oh,
so,
yeah, we got
signal.
Holding on them.
Wow, holding against the Bears in the secondary. So that should give them a first down here. Well, let's see. It'll only be 5 yards
the refs might
on the penalty. So 4:52 to go here, second quarter. Jackets lead 14-7, but they are in business now with the Bartram Trail penalty. And it will set them up inside the 20 in the red zone for the third time tonight now. 2 receivers left.
Some more staring.
1 right.
Here we go.
Some staring going on. Now we're ready. Bears showing blitz.
No.
Another bad snap. James is just going to fall on top. The ball comes out.
We got to.
Ball is bumbling
Bartram
all over the place, rolling all over the place, and I think the Bartram Trail has it. They do. Second bobbled snap for St. Augustine on this drive, and this time it's going to cost them a turnover.
It looked like the snap was a little to the left of Brenton. Definitely within realm of him to catch it. It wasn't, 6 yards across, but
goodness gracious.
Both Brenton and our center, who is our center?
Marcus Martin Owens.
Yes, Marcus, yeah. And let me tell you, I've gotten some snaps from him at practice. We do some pass pro, and I play quarterback, and I'm coaching the D-line. He slings some missiles back there.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them could have done a better job to prevent that from happening.
All right.
Our defense, we got to stand up. That's life. Life happens.
That's right. So when it seemed like the Jackets had regained momentum here and marched it down the field, and all of a sudden a turnover, and the Bears are in business at their own 34. Fakes the handoff. Baum looking. Wheel route. Hit and dropped. Great play there by the Yellow Jacket defense. And guess who? Mason Bean on the sack. He'll get credit for it back inside the 25-yard line.
Great pressure. That was a good response by Coach Braddock. Sent pressure on first down there. And, man, he came like a missile.
So Mason Bean will get the sack. He had some help, but he was the first guy to get there and get him to the ground. And that's a big play there, exactly what the Jackets needed. 4:15 to go until halftime. Jackets holding on to a 14-7 lead.
You know what I love to see, too, from Mason is he shows so much emotion. He's so excited when he makes a play. It makes a difference. It really does make a difference when you get excited and your teammates get excited for you.
Gets everybody fired up. Second down and long. Pressure comes again. Flushed out, looking upfield. He's going to fire a deep ball, and it is caught in the secondary, all the way down inside the 20, trying to get away from defenders, and all the way down to the 12-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Man, oh, man. Was that Marucci? I think it was. Leo Marucci somehow was wide open, streaking down the middle of the field. And luckily, the defenders were able to catch up to him and negate a touchdown, but he takes it all the way down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, so Maddox Lehman, he's our jack linebacker. He's contained on the outside. He's supposed to stay on the outside ear to where that quarterback can't boot. Well, the running back came to him to block, to pass protect, and there was a little bit of a gap there. And he made the decision to stick his head inside. The quarterback felt the pressure, booted towards the outside, made a great throw. You just got to be disciplined. Just got to do simple things there. You can't go on the inside, go straight through him to where you can go up and down if you need to.
Busted play, went for 65 yards. Now Lewis will drag defenders inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line. Bartram Trail with all the momentum right now as they continue to push inside the red zone and down inside the 5-yard line. It'll be second down and 1.5 here. They can still get a first down before they've got to punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, and simple mental miscues are what's putting us in the spot right now. Turnovers and then just not doing a simple thing like rushing on the outside.
So here we go. Baum in the shotgun. Looks, fires it towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Over the head of the target in the end zone. And trying to hit number 14, Braden Trujillo. And Jacket fans will recognize the last name as Trujillo, the older brother, was the quarterback a couple of years ago here at Bartram Trail. Riley Trujillo.
Yep, great family.
So 3rd down and 2. They can still get a first down here. Clearly 4-down territory. They're trying to tie the ball game here. Jackets were 14-0 after 1. Bartram Trail trying to tie it up in the second here.
We're going to bring a little bit of pressure here. They're going to their heavy set. They shift over. They got their 3 running backs in the back. That's a false start.
Arthur Lewis will take the direct snap. He'll be hit and he'll be dropped. Maybe a yard on the play. I don't think he got the first down. He'll be short of that. 4th down and 1 from the 3-yard line.
That wingback, the furthest outside wingback, he went before the ball was snapped. That's why I was saying false start. They didn't call it, but it was. So we got 4th and inches here. It looks like about 4th and
about half a yard.
Yep.
Clock continuing to turn. 2:25 to go in the half. Jackets lead 14-7.
Bartram substituting, bringing in 5 guys. They're going to check out of their heavy stuff.
All right, big play here for the defense. Let's see if they can stand tall.
They're going to kick.
Wow, they're going to take the points. They're going to kick the field goal here. Let's see.
Timeout.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it. They're going to take a timeout and talk about it, and I don't blame them. 4th down, you're less than a yard for a first down. If you get the first down here, you got 4 shots from the 3-yard line to punch it in the end zone. Keep it here during this timeout. Timeout brought to you in part by our good friends over at Evans Automotive, your one-stop shop for automotive maintenance and repair. For all your needs, give them a call, 904-819-6599. That's Evans Automotive, longtime and proud sponsor of Yellow Jacket football.
Yeah, and if you're Bartram Trail here, you're a 2-5 football team. You're expecting to get blown out. You're down 14-0, and next thing you know, now you're inside the 5-yard line. If I'm over there wearing blue, there's not a chance that I'm going to kick this field goal. You have nothing to lose but the game, and if you lose the game, that's what everybody expects anyway. You might as well go out on your shield.
All right, so let's see what they come up with here.
Yep, they're going to bring the offense.
Yeah, the offense is coming back out, and I think that was pretty much expected. All right, 4th down and 1, less than a yard.
Arthur Lewis. That is who we got to be keyed in on.
So Baum is in the game. He will take the snap. In the shotgun. Lewis stands to his left. Baum will keep it himself, and he'll power his way forward. He'll be close. He will not have the touchdown, but he will have the first down, and it'll be 1st down and goal from the 1.
Yep, Q ISO there.
Yeah, just power football. Brian Braddock is not very happy about that one. So now they're going to work a little tempo here.
First down Bears.
Trying to get tough. Baum will power his way forward and punch it in for the touchdown. 2 possessions in a row. The Bears get 2 touchdowns here. And we are an extra point away from tying this ball game.
Yeah, so you see how much mental errors cost you. Like us snapping the ball and catching the snap is completely on us. Us making sure that in our pass rush we stay in our lanes is completely on us. Now, credit to Bartram. They did complete the passes and run the plays to make it happen, but if we just do some basic, simple things, we're looking at a different game right now.
So here comes Lucas Floyd for the extra point. Kick is up. Oh, I think he missed it. I think it went wide left. Yeah, wide left. It was no good. First miss of the year for Lucas Floyd. He was 18 of 18 up to that point and remains 14-13. Big play right there. Mike Studio for a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
Action here on the kickoff, taken near the goal line, out to the 20. That's where St. Augustine will have it. Minute 46 to go in the half. They have all 3 timeouts remaining, and they've got plenty of time to work with here.
And something to note, we've now had 2 kickoff returns, and neither one of them have gotten past the 20, which is interesting. Normally our kickoff return unit is pretty good. You know, we're either breaking up, busting big ones, or getting to the other side of the 30, and both times now. And Bartram's not necessarily known for their speed by any stretch as far as getting down the field. So
give credit to the field goal kicker. He's been able to kick it down deep, and the coverage has been able to close in quickly.
Yep.
So let's see what the Jackets can do here. They got to shake the last one off and move forward here. 2 left, 2 right here for the Jackets. James in the shotgun.
Here on the west side.
Calls for it. Looks, fires it across the middle, caught. Santiago has it, and he's wrapped up quickly and taken down. They'll give him credit to the, let's see, to the 29. Yeah, 29-yard line. And so it'll be a 9-yard completion. Second down and short here for the Jackets. Jackets working tempo. Shotgun snap, play action. Now James is going to tuck in a run. Flag comes in. This one looks probably going to be coming back. Pass complete to Caden Smith, who's out of bounds at the 39. But this one is in holding territory, and that will be the call.
Yeah, when you're engaged with the defensive lineman, when you're blocking them, and then when the quarterback moves and you don't expect him to move or you don't know he's moving, and the defensive lineman's obviously going to respond to that, and you got to hold of his jersey, there's not necessarily enough time to let go and kind of get caught.
Minute 16 to go in the half. Jackets lead by 1, 14-13. The penalty will push them back inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be second down and 11 instead of second and 1. So they'll look to the sideline, get the play call in. Plenty of time on the play clock. Play clock at 20. 2 left, 2 right. 3-step drop. Looks, being flushed out now, coming near side. Keeping his eyes upfield, he's going to throw it away. He'll throw it away, just nowhere to go with the football. Looked like he might have had Nate Preston up the sideline here, but instead he just throws it away, and it'll be third down and 11 now for the Jackets.
Something else a little strange is he wasn't going to get a big run, but he probably could have got 3 or 4 yards and just ran out of bounds, and he decided to dirt that one. Kind of a strange decision for a smart kid.
All right, so third down and 11 here. What you don't want to do is give the football right back to the Bartram Trail Bears and give them time to work with. Shotgun snap, fired across the middle, and it's incomplete. He couldn't connect with Baker, who was coming on the post pattern. It would have had a first down at about the 40-yard line. Instead, just like that, it's a 3 and out for the Jackets, and they will be forced to punt the football away with 1:05 to go.
I know I keep repeating myself, but this is nothing that Bartram Trail is doing. This is St. Augustine not executing. We're just not executing right now. We're not completing passes. We're not staying disciplined. We're committing penalties. We're not doing the easy things that make us great. The reason we win. We're not doing those things.
So Willie Elmore stands back at his 5-yard line. He'll punt the football away. First punt of the night for the Yellow Jackets, and it's a decent one. Fair catch signal at the Jacket 46, and a short field to work with, and 61 seconds to go in the half. Bears still have 1 timeout remaining, and they will have a short field to work with here.
Now, I know we don't have like an ESPN analytics department, and we're not going to be able to put a line on the field, but I know this kicker has a leg. Do we know his longest kick of the year?
So he's 0 for 1 on field goal attempts this year. I don't know what the one attempt was, but they have not attempted many field goals this year. Before the last extra point that was missed, he was 18 of 18 on the season on PAT tries.
I know he's got a leg because he's able to get it from the 40 all the way to the goal line on kickoff. So that's a 60-yard, and obviously field goal is not going to be that range, but something to be cognizant of.
All right, so here we go. First down and 10 for the Bears. And it's a keeper, and it's Peterson who's back in the ball game. He'll try to go wide left and to get nowhere. He's going to lose 2 yards, and it'll keep the clock running here.
we'll see how things shape up here, but I can't imagine why you'd be taking out is a bomb. Yeah, bomb after the last two drives.
He has looked much better.
You got to feed the hot hand. I mean, you don't have to, clearly, but I would.
They're in no hurry here. Clock is moving down to 30 seconds in the half. Play clock at 15.
They must just how many times they got?
They have one timeout. They have one timeout remaining.
They're going back to the line.
2 right, 1 left. Game clock at 15. High snap. Peterson throws. Caught inbounds. It'll keep the clock running. Let's see if they call timeout here. They will not. They're going to be content going to halftime down 1. They're not going to run a play. That'll do it for the first half.
That's strange.
You have a short field at the Jacket 46-yard line with one timeout, and you don't take a couple of shots downfield. I'm very surprised by that. But that is the way the first half will end. Jackets lead this one surprisingly by 1. They will get the football to start the third quarter, and that's the way the second half will begin. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have a couple special guests. We'll talk to some of the Hall of Fame inductees, and we'll talk about the first half, what we saw, what we liked, and what we didn't like. And we'll get you all set up for the third quarter kickoff. We'll get some scores and updates in and around the SJC as well. Jackets lead 14-13. Back to studio for a timeout. Be listening to Yellow Jacket Football right back after this. 102.1 FM, AM 1240, WFOY, and the 904 now.
Barwick Banking Company is where tradition meets innovation. With over a century of history and roots deep in community values, Barwick Bank offers all the modern conveniences of big banks, plus the personal service only a local team can provide. From business and personal banking to home lending, they're for locals, by locals, serving you right here in St. Augustine and beyond. Visit barwickbank.com or stop by on the island at 101 Marina Cove Drive. Barwick Banking Company, where your future is local. Member FDIC.
When comfort and reliability matter, trust the team that truly does it all. Do all HVAC and plumbing. Proudly serving St. Johns County and Jacksonville. Locally owned and operated, Do All offers expert heating, cooling, and plumbing services for homes and businesses. From installs and emergency repairs to air quality, refrigeration, and complete plumbing, they're available 24/7 with honest, dependable care. Call 904-547-2168 or visit doallhvac.com. Who are you going to call? Do All, the Heat Busters.
Life is not perfect, and sometimes throws you a legal challenge. That's when you turn to Canaan Law. Canaan Law is a local St. Augustine firm of 6 lawyers specializing in personal injury, criminal cases, divorces, and civil litigation. The firm provides compassionate guidance and aggressive representation. Canaan Law attorneys are litigation specialists and know our local court system, and they know how to fight for you. Call 904-824-9402 to schedule your consultation today. Canaan Law, your home field advantage when it matters most.
At St. John's Community Pharmacy, your health is their priority. Locally owned and proudly serving St. Augustine and surrounding communities, they offer personalized care, custom compounding, and low-price generic plan. From diabetes support and health screenings to immunizations and personalized packaging, their friendly team is here for your whole family. Visit them today at 2720 US 1 South, Suite A, or call 904-460-1000. St. John's Community Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy focused on you.
When disaster strikes, trust Stanford Restoration, St. Augustine's #1 emergency water and mold removal experts. For over 25 years, they've provided 24/7 rapid response for water, fire, and mold damage, arriving within 60 minutes to protect what matters most. From emergency cleanup to deep cleaning of carpets, tile, and upholstery, Stanford treats your home like it's their own. Serving St. John's and surrounding counties with expert care and proven results. Get your free quote today at stanfordrestoration.com. Stanford Restoration, restoring peace of mind, one home at a time.
Ready to find your dream home or sell with confidence? Trust the Noah Bailey Group, St. Johns County's real estate experts. Whether you're buying in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, or St. Augustine Beach, or looking to list your home or commercial property, they've got the latest listings and local insights to guide you every step of the way. Get your free home analysis today and unlock your property's full potential. Call 904-878-4447 or visit them at 403 Anastasia Boulevard or online at NoahBaileyGroup.com. The Noah Bailey Group, your dream home starts here.
Just talk a little bit about that honor.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Probably ain't no bigger advocate for St. Augustine High School than me. I had a very, very good career out here, being a graduate of 1989. And I came back home back in roughly around 2009. My mom was diagnosed with cancer, and there was a lot of infrastructure problems in West Augustine. Sure. And I wanted to come back and make a difference in that community. And that's when I partnered up with the West Augustine CRA and just did a lot of incredible things with just a lot of different things have happened in West Augustine, improved overall quality of life.
A lot of things going on there. I want to get to that in just a second. I want to start with this story about you being a paper boy.
Yeah.
So the story is you were a paper boy back in the 80s. You were the first paper boy in history of the St. Augustine Record to sell 100,000 newspapers.
Yeah.
and the 100,000th newspaper ended up in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Is that a true story?
Yeah, it is. It is, man. I remember when I was roughly around 9 years old.
Okay.
And I saw some paper boys on the corner selling papers.
Sure.
And I wanted to give it a try. So my dad was like totally against it. He was like, I went home with the application and told him to sign it. And he was like, get that application out my face. And I went and told my mom on it. And she looked at me and said, this is what you want to do? I said, yeah. And she said,
time to get to work.
I said, but Dad won't let me. And she was like, well, I'll take care of him. And, the rest was history. It kind of, I was a familiar sight down in the downtown area by the Bridge Lions.
Yep.
And, it was a lot of fun, man. Just to know that I look back at it and sold 100,000 newspapers. That's a lot of newspapers.
That's a lot of newspapers.
Think about it.
Yep. I was a little behind you, but I was a paper boy as well back in the day. I know that chart house route right there in front on the bridge.
That's it.
That's what it used to be called.
Right.
So you played football here, but you were a multi-sport athlete as well, track and field, weightlifting, basketball, participated in junior ROTC and drama as well. You were a busy kid in high school.
Yes, I was. And, I came behind a great class in the 80s, around 84, 85. That when John Birch played and got drafted by the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
And he was from West Augustine.
Right.
So just seeing that he was one of the first ones of my era that actually made it to pro football, it was amazing to see that. In 89, from 86 to 89, we had a good run. Great people that played football with us, and you was a real Yellow Jacket back then. You just had a lot of pride in the Yellow Jackets. We were the only high school here, so we called it the high school.
It was the high school back in the day.
It was the high school, right.
Yep, so we're talking with Robert Nimmons, the fourth year class of 1989, Hall of Fame inductee this year. So you talk about West Augustine, right?
Yes.
Over 28,000 volunteer hours.
Yes.
That's just an incredible accomplishment by itself, but you're involved in a lot of different communities. Vice President of the West Augustine Youth Development.
Yes.
You talked about West Augustine Historical CDC, and they got a bunch of big projects going on right now.
Oh, yeah. When I first started just to say this, I owe a lot of my credit for just growing with a lot of growth to the West Augustine CRA and the community. When I started there, we had a lot of components lined up to improve the overall infrastructure in that area. I've worked with maybe 14 different county commissioners, 3 mayors, and one city. Well, this is second city manager, but we always have been had close ties with our leadership team from the county and also the city, and we've accomplished a lot in West Augustine. We're now getting ready to open a health and awareness center over there, and we built it from the ground up with the historical CDC. Mr. Greg White is the president of that.
Right.
And then we were able to get the Martin Luther King Beach House, which is called the Kent Wright House, from the Civil Rights Movement. We got it moved over to West Augustine and kind of creating a tourism corridor. The city of St. Augustine has a $2.2 billion tourist industry down there, and we're just trying to bring some of that over the tracks. And we were blessed with being nominated for the Black History Museum in West Augustine.
Sure.
So under my leadership, we've got a lot accomplished, and I'm very proud of that.
Absolutely. A couple other things just to note. 2018 Florida Preservation Award, 2024 West Augustine CRA Lifetime Achievement Award, various recognitions as well. Robert, thank you for the time. Congratulations on the nomination. Keep up the great work in West Augustine. Great job as always.
I appreciate it, man. You know what the saying is, once a jacket, always a jacket.
Once a jacket, always a jacket. That's absolutely right. right. Thank you so much. Robert D. Nimmons IV, class of 1989. And we'll have another special guest here in just a second. We'll get Joey Wiles over here, and we'll talk about a couple of things with him as well. And so, just a great accomplishment, great recognition. And so, great recognition as always. And so, certainly, would certainly appreciate his time. And now our final guest for the halftime here. Some guy, he hangs out on the sidelines a lot. Some people recognize him. I don't know. Joey, tell the people who you are, because I don't think anybody knows.
I don't come to many games, I'll be honest. This is Brian's time, and I'm so proud of what he's done. And I'll tell you what's so cool is to see there are 10 former football players that are now coaching at St. Augustine High.
That's incredible.
It's unique. It's a unique program, and Brian is just doing a phenomenal job with the team.
And with all the football accolades, and we'll talk a little bit about some of this in a minute, that's got to be a huge just personal accomplishment for you. That coaching tree continues to just develop more and more players, and then throughout the county alone, not to mention in other places throughout the state of Florida.
Yeah, as you get out and you have the opportunity to look back, the wins while you were here were so important, and that drove you. But now as you get out and you look back, it's, walking on this field and seeing Tyree and Kyrie Simmons and Brandon James calling the offense and Joey Lippo, just to see those guys coaching is special to me.
Continue to move. High school record 245-84 here at St. Augustine, 198-42. A lot of people talk about obviously the state title in 2005, a couple of state title appearances in 01 and 07. A couple of things that I highlighted, obviously the 7 Final Fours, the 50 straight district wins from 03 to 15. That was a huge accomplishment, 4th longest in the state, and I know that's something you take a lot of pride in.
Yeah, and you don't realize it as you're going through it. And then, I see something printed that it was the 4th longest in state history. And the thing that was sad is we lost to Nice the last game I coached, which was, I think it was a district game, and that broke the streak. Or, it still might be going. So that was really a pretty cool thing.
Moving on, now obviously you've moved out, Flagler College, a lot of big things going on over there. Talk about some of the things coming up, including the Crimson and Gold, which is coming up next month.
Yeah, we've got Crimson and Gold coming up, and I just talked to Judd Damon yesterday, and Doug Flutie's going to be our speaker. He's coming in town. Doug and I grew up together down in Melbourne Beach before he moved up to Natick. So Doug's excited about coming up, and we're going to get to spend some time with him. So I think it'll be a great evening. And hey, if you don't have tickets yet, you can go on, FlaglerAthletics.com, Crimson and Gold, and get tickets.
Yep, certainly looking forward to that. Let's talk about this rivalry. You coached in this rivalry for a long, long time, and we talk about it. Anytime there's a St. Augustine Bartram game, you look at the score, it's 14-13 at halftime. Not really what a lot of folks expected. This game has been wacky and weird in a lot of ways, but just talk about some of the memories that stand out for you in this Bartram Trail rivalry. You were here for so many of them, a lot of wins in your tenure, but just talk about some of the things that stand out to you in this rivalry.
Yeah, I had lunch with Daryl Sutherland. We're pretty good friends a couple months back, and I told him, I said, Daryl, there were so many times I walked over to shake your hand and said, to say, Daryl, I'm almost sorry we won because you guys, just weird things happened. Yep. And during that stretch of time, we were 18-0 against Bartram, and that's unheard of because, they were going to, they were going deep.
Final Fours.
Yeah, they were going to Final Fours. The program was incredible, and there were just so many games that it was decided on one play, and it seemed to always bounce our way.
Certainly did. 2 things that stand out for me just that I've been a part of is the one that really stands out is the interception that didn't happen with the late, great Tarek Odom.
Yeah.
I mean, that play, you can go online still and find it on YouTube. Tarek Odom coming down with a defensive lineman and somehow evaded 10 tackles to get to the end zone, ultimately called back by a penalty. But that play alone really just resonates here with the Bartram Trail rivalry.
Yeah, it's funny. I have people all the time ask me about that play. And Tarek was an incredible young man. He lived a short life, but a big life, and probably, influenced more people in his young life than a lot of us do in our, our full lives. And it was the most incredible play. And if it would have happened now, it'd be all over ESPN and everywhere else.
A lot of media outlets would have been able to have that. And I'd be amiss if I didn't mention in this rivalry a very famous play that wasn't even really a play. But we can't go talk about Bartram Trail without talking about Speedo Guy. And Speedo Guy evaded Jeff Holland for a long, long time, and finally Coach Majors got him to the ground. But a play that a lot of people still talk about 20 years later. That was 20 years ago.
I got on Jeff afterwards I said, Jeff, you might need to drop a little weight, get your speed up a little bit so you could tackle Speedo over there. But Anthony Major, he went and took him down. And it was a perfect jacket tackle.
Yes, it was.
Eyes to the sky,
textbook.
Shoot hands violently, and run on their toes. It was the perfect jacket tackle.
It certainly was. Joey, congratulations on the honor being inducted in the Hall of Fame. We appreciate the time. Much success at Flagler College moving forward, and you're welcome anytime to the booth to talk to us.
Well, thank you. I know you got this other guy.
I got a new guy with me now.
I'll tell you what. He was one of the toughest defensive linemen that we've had here. He was an undersized kid. But, man, if you were going to fight him, you better kill him because he kept getting back up. And I love Austin, and he's got a great family now, and really proud of him as well.
He does everything great. We've got him in the booth now, and he's doing some great things with us. Joey, thanks again for the time. I appreciate it. Have a great evening.
You, James,
yep,
for all you've done. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. That's Joey Wiles, our two inductees this year. Robert Nimmons, the fourth, class of 1989. Of course, the great Joey Wiles, head coach. Hey, let's go back to the studio. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back in just a few minutes. We'll talk about the first half, and we'll get you all set up for the third quarter kickoff. Jackets lead 14-13 here at halftime, and they will get the football first to start the third period. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football, 102.1 FM AM, 1240 WFOY, and the 904 Now.
Looking for the perfect place to dine in St. Augustine? Visit Raintree Restaurant, a local favorite for fun, family, and friends. Enjoy award-winning Mediterranean, American, steak, and seafood dishes in their beautiful indoor dining room or expansive courtyard. Sip handcrafted cocktails or fine wines at the full bar and enjoy free on-site parking. Named an Open Table Diner's Choice for 2024, Raintree is located at 102 San Marco Ave. Call 904-824-7211 or make your reservation today at raintreerestaurant.com. Want the best way to stay in the now? Tune in to the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment podcast network. Start your day with the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning for the latest news, unwind with laughs on Bollocks this evening, or get local perspective with Troy's 2 Cents every Friday. We keep you connected to the community we live in. Like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. The 904 Now. Stay in the now.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
I'm here. Ancient City Regiment doing their show on the field. As Bartram Trail has made their way out, Yellow Jackets starting to make their way out as well. We'll put 3 minutes on the clock. We'll get them stretched out and ready to go. Surprising halftime score. Before we get to that, I want to thank our two Hall of Fame inductees. Of course, Joey Wiles joined us at halftime, and so did Robert Nimmons IV. All his work in West Augustine. Just great interviews. Appreciate their time. We always look forward to having the Hall of Fame inductees come up and talk to us when they sponsor that. The dinner is Sunday. It'll be at the Black Molly. If you haven't got your tickets, I don't know if you can still get tickets. You might. But you can take a look, obviously, at the St. Augustine Catalinas Alumni Association and see about that. Here, Jackets take the early lead 14-0, and then it was all Bears in the second quarter as Jackets had a turnover, a couple of bobbled snaps. They just could not seem to get out of their own way in that second quarter, Austin, and that's where we have the score that we do, 14-13 here as we head to the third period.
Yeah, no, we just got to control the controllables. And, actually, before I get going, I just got to say, I know we've done nothing but just prop up Coach Wild's while he's in the Hall of Fame, but when you think about how many men, people in general that he's impacted, I know myself, and I speak for pretty much all of my close friends 100%. I still quote Coach Wiles at least weekly. And my wife can attest to that, and just different things that he's taught that were obviously taught on the football field that is applied to life. And a lot of times at the end of practice, he was actually teaching us something about something in a book that he read, and it wasn't even talking about football, just a thing. So a lot of who I am, of course I had great parents and all that stuff as well, and grandparents, but Coach Wiles made a huge impact in my life. I would not be the person I am, and a lot of my friends and teammates wouldn't be either. So just didn't want to glide by that, especially after him saying something nice to me. But
he did say some nice things about you.
He did say nice stuff. He's the kind of guy too that when you're playing for him, you don't want to let him down. So you'll do whatever you can to not let him down, which that goes a long, long way in winning games. And Coach Braddock's the same way too, where you don't want to let him down. You'll play with broken bones, and you do whatever you got to do to play for him.
And something that I didn't touch on that I probably should have, when he was here, he wasn't just the head football coach. He was a teacher as well, and he didn't just teach PE stuff. He didn't teach, the fluff courses that a lot of times PE teachers get the bad rap for. He was anatomy and physiology, and he taught biology. I mean, that's pretty impressive for a football coach.
Yeah, and he taught.
That's right.
I was actually in his anatomy class, and I have an interest in anatomy and stuff anyways. I always thought it was cool just as a kid and whatever, but he was as good as a coach he was, as good as a teacher. And Coach Braddock, whenever we do our culture talks and stuff like that, he would say that, like, guys, we're teachers. Like, yeah, we're coaching football, but we're really just teachers. And so it's a skill, and it's no mistake that he was a great anatomy teacher and whatever. For me, it was just anatomy, but I can tell you all 212 bones and all the different ligaments and all that stuff. I kind of forgot some of it now, but no, he really taught. It wasn't just like, here's a sheet and, watch the video. He stood up there like a college lecture style and really taught the course.
Yellow Jackets with a 14-13 lead. Let's see what kind of adjustments they get coming out of the break here. And really, and you've talked about it, it's not really what Bartram has done, it's what we have done to ourselves. We just haven't been able to, did not look clean in that second quarter. First quarter came out roaring, 2 straight touchdowns. They had 2 scoring drives. The interception by Mason Bean early on that first drive by Bartram Trail set up the Jackets in the red zone, and it was a short touchdown drive. The next possession, they go 6 plays, 77 yards, and they put it in the end zone as well. And you seem like, well, here we go. We're just going to, kind of work our way through. But Bartram didn't quit. Give them credit. They made some adjustments. I think the big difference was Cole Baum coming in and playing quarterback as opposed to Gavin Peterson, because they really got the offense moving, especially in that second quarter there.
Yeah, his arm and legs were definitely made a big difference. So our pregame show kind of got botched, but the 3 keys I had was, 1, just be us. Everything else will fall into place. That is what I have written down on keys to win. And for a quarter of the first half, we were us, and everything did fall into place. And then for the other quarter, we weren't us, and nothing fell into place. And so we're a team that's, there's no doubt we're talented, but we've always said it when we, as a coaching staff, like, we're good enough to beat anybody. We're good enough to lose or be beat by anybody. So it just comes down to just doing basic, fundamental football, and I expect us to do that, and I think we should wind up creating some separation here. But we got to do it. Can't just talk about it. We have to do it.
So here we go. It'll be Lucas Floyd kicking off for the Bears. Jackets will get the football first here to start the third period. Foot meets leather, and we are underway here, third quarter. Bobbled kickoff, but picked up quickly. He's got some running room, has some space out in the flat. Gets it all the way down inside Bear territory and finally taken out of bounds. Great return by the Yellow Jackets there. And I'm waiting for a number. Was that Willie Elmore?
That was Julio.
Had Julio Santiago on the return there. So, yeah, great job. He bobbled it initially, but was able to pick it up and got moving upfield quickly. And it takes it into Bear territory. Let's say he's out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That's where St. Augustine will start this first drive of the third period.
That was reminiscent of the Deshaun Jackson when he was playing for the Eagles probably about 10, 12 years ago. He bobbled the snap, the catch, took one step, and then burst it down the sideline.
First down and 10. Handoff. Preston's got it. He'll push his way forward. Nice run on first down all the way down to the 40-yard line. And it'll be a gain of about 7 here by Nate Preston. Brings up second down. And about 3 here for St. Augustine, just underway in the third quarter.
Good start to the drive.
So clock moving here. Jackets lead by 1. That extra point could be huge here down the stretch. 2 left, 1 right. Second down and short. Preston, fakes the handoff, and it's Santiago, makes the catch, and he'll have the first down near the 21-yard line, and it's a nice catch by Julio Santiago, who's over 100 yards on the game.
Yeah, great job. Good hands, good eyes by Brenton. That's been our bread and butter all year, the RPO.
Shotgun snap, Jackets working tempo.
We're supposed to snap that there. I'm not sure what, but the ref was standing right over the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
They will reset it. I don't think there's going to be a penalty. I think they're just going to have to reset. First down and 10 from the 21, just outside the red zone.
Why is he standing there is my question.
Not sure. 11:19 to go. Third quarter just underway, second half. Jackets will reset. 15 on the play clock. James in the shotgun. Now they look to the sideline, and they'll set. James will set the offensive line and protection.
No safeties deep. They're crowding the box.
Play action. James rolling, looking. Nowhere to go with the football, and now they just kind of chuck it forward before he goes out of bounds. He'll save the yardage. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10. Smart play there right at the end by Brenton James.
Yeah, that was good. He had, again, earlier when they did the slot fade, he had Julio in the slot, and he had a step or two on his defender. I think if he would release the ball, put it in the back of the end zone, we might be talking about a touchdown right now. And interesting, something to note, I don't know if Brenton has a single rushing yard. Does it? I don't think. His legs haven't been much of this game. I don't know if he's got a yard or not, but his legs haven't been part of the game like they usually are.
Have not been much of a factor tonight. Let's see if they can get that working. That's been a big part of the offense. Sends Nate Preston out in motion. Now looking upfield towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Trying to hit Caden Smith in the back corner of the end zone there, and he just couldn't connect. I think he held it a little too long there. If he'd have got rid of it a little quicker, maybe a half second, he'd have had a shot at it.
Yeah, Brenton's not quite trusting his eyes tonight. He's not pulling the trigger quite fast enough, and then Caden had the chance to catch that. Got a little case of alligator arms as he was getting close to the track there. Understandably, it's not something you want to fall into, trust me.
Just ran out of real estate. So third down and 10 here. You don't want to see the drive stall. You'd like to continue this drive and try to punch it in the end zone. 10:42 to go, third quarter. Jackets lead by 1. It's 14-13. Opening possession of the second half here.
Yeah, so here you just want to pick up some type of yardage, maybe even half. Just run a play, get to 4th and 5, 4th and 3, 4th and manageable, because we're not going to kick here, and we're obviously not going to punt.
All right, here we go. Shotgun. Handoff. Nate Preston will take it and get inside the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. Gain of 2 on third down, and it brings up 4th and about 8. And they're just going to go for it here. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Not much confidence in the kicking game.
Yeah, so it was staying with that line of thinking as far as just try to pick up half of it, get to a manageable 4th, but didn't really get much out of that, so it's still going to be a difficult 4th down here. Did not get half. You only got 2 there. There are plays on this field to be made. We just got to make them. I mean, they're giving us lots of opportunities. They play way off right now. Oh, my gosh. 4th down and long, 4th and 8 here. Trips left, 1 right. They're going to call timeout. Jackets will call timeout. I don't know if the receivers were on the same page. And here comes Brandon James out to talk to his wide receivers. There was a lot of confusion there. Brenton James saw it, burned the timeout, and I think it's a smart play right there. Yeah, they're giving us some favorable coverage, lots and lots of cushion. So that's another thing we haven't seen tonight that we usually do see a ton of is our PSGs, which pre-snap gift. I'll let you get to your sponsors. I'll talk about it some more.
Well, I just wanted to get to some of the scores. We haven't gotten any scores in and around the SJC, but we've got a couple of updates here. Beachside is up on Middleburg, 20-15. Rains all over Creekside, 38-3. Nice out in front of Atlantic Coast, 22-0. 11-6. Oak Hall is up on St. Joe, 11-6. Very interesting score at Tecoy. Tecoy leads 2-0. We've checked it a couple of times here. Tecoy with a 2-0 lead, and Ponte Vedra is up 33-0 all over Orange Park at the half. Those are your scores and updates in and around the SJC. So out of the timeout, here we go. 4th down and 8. Big play here for the offense. 2 left, 2 right. Shotgun snap, looks, fires it across the middle, and it is picked off. Intercepted, coming back the other way. He's got it across the 25 and all the way back to the 30-yard line, and he stepped in front of the route and made the interception there. That was number 46 for the Bartram Trail Bears. That was Griffin Zykers, and Zykers will have an interception there out of his middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, that was just...
Threw it into a crowd.
Yeah, I don't... That's just bad. There's nothing else to say. He just stared down some more in the whole way. He was never open and just threw the slant, and he was standing right there. It would have got caught in his face mask if he didn't put his hands up.
So it'll be a turnover, second turnover of the game now for St. Augustine. They get no points on the opening possession. And with 9:56 to go here in the third, Jackets hold on to a 1-point lead. Bears have it, 1st and 10 at their own 30. And it is Gavin Peterson, the sophomore, will come in at quarterback and set up in the shotgun. 2 to the near side right. High snap, swings it out. Wide receiver screen. He'll get upfield. Great tackle there by the Yellow Jackets. And he will get him out of bounds. That was number 3 for the Yellow Jackets. That's Brandon Whitfield. He came like a rocket and hit him and got him out of bounds quickly.
Yeah, he ran through him.
7-yard gain here. Bears working tempo. Same exact play. Look to the sideline. Jackets all over him this time. Swarm of Yellow Jackets get him to the ground. Whitfield was there, including Mason Lynch and a host of others. And it'll be a short gain, if anything. No gain on the play. They'll say 3rd and 3 for the Bears. 2 consecutive plays. They swung it out to the receiver there. Number 11 for the Bears. That's Darian Lester.
Yeah, Dayron's playing off towards the boundary, so that's an easy, quick throw. So when he's standing 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, they're just going to pull it up, throw it, and see what he can get. Something that I was about to say that we haven't done. I got a little trickery going on here.
A little trickeration.
Got just the center all alone, and all the other offensive linemen are. This stuff is so.
Swings it out, and he'll take a deep shot downfield, hit as he throws, and it goes incomplete. He was blitzed, and Willie Elmore got him. As soon as he threw the football went long, and it falls incomplete. And a little trickeration didn't work. So now 4th down and 3. You would expect the Bears to punt from their own 38-yard line.
That play call makes no sense. So the only guy on the field that probably wasn't confused was the guy to the field, the corner, that just has to cover the receiver. And what did they do? They threw it to the one guy on the field that was not confused, that just has to cover the receiver. Everybody else was kind of scrambling. On a 3rd and 2, you're an underdog and you got things going for you. I don't know why you.
Shanked punt comes towards the sideline.
Water girl.
Oh, it almost hits the water table, and it was not a good punt there. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it.
I think if our water cooler lid was off, I think it would have gone in the water cooler.
They're going to mark it at the Bear 48-yard line, so it's going to be about a 42-yard line. So it's going to be about a 15-yard punt here off the side of his foot. That was not a good punt at all. And he wasn't pressured either. There was no pressure that came on him. He just shanked it.
Yeah, that was two rough plays for Bartram. Let's see if we can get out of our own way and get some points on the board.
That looked very similar to Jake Walton's pitching wedge.
Oh, man.
All right, 1st and 10 here. James. Handoff. Preston has some room, powers his way forward. That's what the Jackets have got to get back to. The power run game has worked pretty well for them. And right there, you see it. Nothing fancy about it. Right up the gut, and it's 6 yards quickly for Nate Preston. 2nd down and 4 now. Jackets going to work tempo. He'll set Preston up in the backfield. He'll set up to his right. James in the shotgun takes the snap. Looking, run with the football. Finally gets forward for a couple. If he'd have left a little earlier, he might still be running. A lot of green space out in front of him. He'll get 2, and it brings up 3rd down and 2 here for the Jackets.
Yeah, Brent's just processing things a little slower than usual tonight. I'm not sure if there's something that they're doing on the back end he isn't quite used to seeing or what, but
not a lot of energy. Right now, there's just not a lot of energy in the stadium, it feels like. Preston on a handoff, and he's tripped up. He looks like he might have had the first down, but he was tripped up, in a great play in the backfield there by Bartram Trail. And the defender got him down to the ground. It'd be a 1-yard loss, so instead of 3rd and 2, it's now going to be 4th down and 3. Jackets offense will stay on the field. Another big down for St. Augustine.
Yeah, shoelace tackle. If I'm Coach James, I'm thinking, let's not make Brent think. Let's just get the ball out of his hands and get it to our playmakers. Let's get it to Julio. Let's get it to Samorian on quick screens, maybe Trindell. Because
he's holding it a long time.
He's holding it. Let's just take the thinking out of it right now. Let's just get the ball moving.
2 left, 1 right. 4th and 3 for St. Augustine. Shotgun snap, quick strike out, and it is caught. And there it is, right there, just like you called it. Quick strike. They needed 3. They'll get 6, and it'll be a 1st down inside the 30.
Yeah, more quick screens, more just don't even run a route. Just show me your numbers. I'll throw you the ball. Get some more in the ball. These guys on the other side of the field they're not matched up with Samorian. Let your ballers ball. That's what I would say right now. Just get Brent kind of out of the slump, get our offense rolling, which between the 20s we have been rolling. It's when we get down here in the red zone we start to bog down.
Jackets have it 1st and 10. 7 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They lead by 1. Handoff. Preston, fakes the handoff. Now rolling near side, keeping his eyes upfield. He's going to throw it away. Again, the Bears are moving towards Brenton James, and they are making it very difficult for him. And give the credit to the defensive coaching staff especially. They have rattled Brenton James here tonight. He has not looked like himself.
I think one of our coaches may have signaled incorrectly because we ran sprint out and both of our guys sprinted the opposite way. And then I saw both Caden and Samorian signal back after the play to our coaching staff saying, like, isn't this what you said? Yeah. But maybe I'm misinterpreting it.
Blitz comes. They'll hand it off in a great play. Nate Preston was able to get through the line and get past the blitzer. The blitzing linebacker came and almost took the handoff out of the hands of Brenton James. Instead, it's a 5-yard gain for Nate Preston.
Yeah, he timed that up perfectly.
Jackets working tempo here. Shotgun snap. Preston again powering his way. They'll push and push. The scrum will move a couple of yards, but it'll be short again, and to bring up, a late flag comes in from the sideline. The far sideline judge threw a flag late. Let's see what this is all about. Right now, it's going to be 3rd down and about 4, but we'll wait and see what this signal is. I don't see any.
It could have been an offside, but that should have been
Bartram Trail's clapping.
We might have lined up offsides.
But it was after the play.
Yeah, Julio's throwing his palms up.
It was at the end of the play, which I find strange. So we'll see what the call is. It's going to go against St. Augustine. They're moving them backwards. After the play. Unsportsmanlike.
So we're letting our
Wow. Man. And that's a killer right there. You would have had it 3rd and short. Instead, with a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty, it's going to push them all the way back to the 36-yard line. It's now 4th and a country mile. 4th and 6, 4th and about 17.
And now we're going to punt. Coach Braddock's talking to the white hat and trying to get an explanation here.
Trying to get an explanation on it. And now he's begrudgingly nodding and listening to the explanation. And he's trying to figure it out. So I'm sure that Julio Santiago will have some explaining to do.
Yeah, and Coach Braddock's taking Julio off the field and putting Samorian on.
Julio's going to come to the sideline and have a little conversation, I think.
Brandon can't do that.
And immediately goes to Brandon James, and Brandon James is he's got a few words for him. Let's just say that. All right, so here we go. They'll punt it away. Willie Elmore stands back at the Bear 49-yard line. Gets the punt off. It'll be a short punt, and it will roll. Has a good roll afterwards. It hit at about the 25, but it's going to roll out of bounds near the 14-yard line. well, they'll say 13-yard line. So it actually turned out pretty good. The punt itself wasn't great, but the overall yardage we'll take.
I was going to say, you ever see like a really ugly truck that's beat down, but it's hauling a trailer, and you're like, wow, like, okay. It's ugly, but it works. That was that.
See, that time, that was more like Jake Walton's gap wedge, I think. It's just kind of low. It's not very pretty, but it really gets the job done. So
it's a good thing you haven't played golf with me, where golf is still fun, because I'd be the butt of these jokes.
6:17 to go here, third quarter. Jackets desperately clinging on to a 1-point lead. It's 14-13. The difference here is a missed extra point by Bartram Trail. And they will they'll get the football here inside their own 15-yard line. We'll keep it right here. A couple of timeouts brought to you in part by Hasty St. Augustine Flooring, your friends in flooring since 1977. You can find them on US 1 near Home Depot and online at staugustineflooring.com. Also brought to you in part by Salt Run Family Dentistry. They're in the business of smiles on Anastasia Boulevard right there in St. Augustine. Give them a call, 904-824-3540, or find them online at saltrundental.com. So the Jackets defense will be called upon again. They will try to get a stop here. They have the Bears pinned deep for the moment inside their own 15-yard line at the 12. First down and 10 for the Bears. 6:17 to go here, third quarter.
You know, and I want to give a credit to Bartram's D-line. When I was watching the film, I thought we were just going to knock them back because they don't come off the ball real hard. So I don't know if we're just not playing well or if they're playing good or combination, but credit to them.
A little bit of both, I think. Here's Lewis. We'll take the handoff. He'll get out to the 15-yard line. Short gain on the play. Give him 2, maybe 3 yards. It'll be second down and long here. And you're right. You know, on paper, this should have been a much one-sided advantage.
Yeah.
But we've talked about this with Bartram Trail. You have to kind of throw everything out the window because these games have all come down and finished in crazy ways, and it looks like we may be in store for another one of those here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Second down and 8. They give him 2 on the carry. Shotgun snap. Handoff. Shaking and baking. And Arthur Lewis will push it to the 19-yard line. Gain of 5 here. And Lewis will get a few more. It'll be third down, and about 3 here for the Bears. And Cole Baum is the quarterback in for Bartram Trail once again. So interesting, they're working to kind of a one in, one out now, and alternating quarterbacks on each possession.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd needs to get fired up here. There is very little energy in the stadium right now. So here we go. Trips right, 1 left. Shotgun snap. Lewis. No, he'll fake the handoff, and it'll be Baum who pushes his way forward, maybe a yard, but he's going to be short. It's going to be 4th down and 1 here, and big decision for the Bartram Trail Bears. 4th and 1 inside your own 25-yard line at the 22. I don't know if you can afford to go for it here, and they won't. They will take the offense off the field, and they will punt the football away. You got to keep an eye on everybody. Make sure there's no trickeration here. You know, Bartram Trail likes to be a little tricky.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to play it safe.
Deep inside your own territory, I think you've got to punt the football away. Your defense, if you're Bartram Trail, you got to be happy with their performance. They have done very well, especially since that first quarter. Yeah, they're going to have to call timeout. They're not going to get the playoff in time. Did they call timeout? There's the flag. Yeah, the back judge threw the flag. One guy came on very late, and there was only about 3 seconds left on the play clock. By the time he got set, it was 0 on the play clock, and that will draw the flag and a 15-yard penalty. So now you got a little bit of breathing room. At 4th down and 6 here, you would have to think they will definitely punt it away with the ball back at the 17-yard line. All right, so Maureen Wingo stands at midfield. He's the punt returner. So it is Lucas Floyd, the kicker, stands back at his own 1-yard line. And we'll reset the clock. 3:53 on the clock. They'll set it to 3:59, and now here we go. We're ready to roll. All right, Bears will punt it away. Jackets should have good field position here. Can they take advantage? Punt is off and away. Good punt. Hits at the 45. And it will take a Yellow Jacket hop. It rolled a little ways towards midfield, but then died right there at the 49-yard line. So the Jackets will take over on the plus side of the field. And they will have good field position from the Bartram 49-yard line. Jackets lead 14-13. Change of possession here. Quick shout out to St. Augustine Shores Golf Club featuring 18 holes of golf. Full service driving range and practice area. Full service food and beverage and level of customer service found no one else. Give them a call, 904-794-4653. That's the St. Augustine Shores Golf Club where
Golf is still fun.
It sure is.
Unless you're Jake Walton going with James and getting bullied.
All day long, baby. All right, Nate Preston on the carry. And he will take it out near the 46, 3-yard gain here. And they will continue to move the clock. 3:35 to go, third quarter. Jackets with a 1-point lead. They've got to take advantage. They've got to find a way to get some points on the board here.
I just don't think we've been doing what we've done all year, which is our getting playmakers the ball in space, Brent James' legs, and then just blocking it up front. We got to do one of those three things. We've done pretty much zero of those three things so far.
Second down and a long 6. Shotgun. Handoff. Preston again. He's got the first down into the secondary. Nice job there by Nate Preston, who finally skipped out and took it all the way down to the 35-yard line. Nice run of 11 yards, and he'll move the chains himself, and it'll be a first down for St. Augustine.
So right now at the top towards the boundary, you're going to have a corner about 8 yards off from Samori and Wingo one-on-one. Knowing us, we should just be throwing the ball to him right now at the snap, but we haven't done that all night. We're not going to do it again.
Nope. They're going to fire it across the middle. Santiago's got it, and he'll have a touchdown. He was lined up slot left, and Julio Santiago on a quick slant takes it in the middle of the field, and he is untouched to the end zone for a 35-yard touchdown catch. Great throw and great awareness there by the quarterback, Brenton James, to hit Santiago, who was man-on-man coverage and beat his defender.
Yeah, great catch. And Brenton comes to the sideline and is getting berated by big brother Brano, which is also obviously the offense coordinator, and Marquise Merrill and Jesse Fox. So threw a touchdown, but something didn't go quite the way the coaches wanted it to go, and Marquise is Coach Merrill still getting with him.
Extra point is blocked. The extra point was low, and it was blocked, and that is huge.
It might have been blocked by one of our offensive linemen's rear ends. I don't think that.
Goodness.
And that could come big here. Now it's a 7-point game. We had that extra point advantage from what they missed, and we just nullified that.
Let's go back to the studio. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
When disaster strikes, trust Stanford Restoration, St. Augustine's #1 emergency water and mold removal experts. For over 25 years, they've provided 24/7 rapid response for water, fire, and mold damage, arriving within 60 minutes to protect what matters most. From emergency cleanup to deep cleaning of carpets, tile, and upholstery, Stanford treats your home like it's their own. Serving St. John's and surrounding counties with expert care and proven results. Get your free quote today at StanfordRestoration.com. Stanford Restoration, restoring peace of mind, one home at a time.
Ready to find your dream home or sell with confidence? Trust the Noah Bailey Group, St. Johns County's real estate experts. Whether you're buying in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, or St. Augustine Beach, or looking to list your home or commercial property, they've got the latest listings and local insights to guide you every step of the way. Get your free home analysis today and unlock your property's full potential. Call 904-878-4447 or visit them at 403 Anastasia Boulevard or online at NoahBaileyGroup.com. The Noah Bailey Group, your dream home starts here.
Quarter. Jackets lead 20-13, and a missed extra point by Moses Laprise. It was low and it was blocked, and so that is the difference right now. 7 points, and that extra point miss by Bartram Trail doesn't seem so large now. So on the kickoff, it was taken across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. That's where Bartram will start this drive here, with 2:49 to go here in the third.
James, how does a turnover sound to you?
Turnover sounds amazing right now. We had a turnover on the third play of the game, and we haven't had one since.
They got Cole Baum back at quarterback.
Pick six sounds delightful right now.
Scoop and score.
Scoop and score.
Bobble around, we get it.
Yeah. Sack, fumble.
Yes.
Something like that would
like
be nice.
I'll choose that one.
All right, 2 left, 2 right here for Baum. Baum's going to sling it out, and he's got it complete, and he is met and dropped right away by the Yellow Jacket defenders. That was Willie Elmore was there, and Mason Lynch was there, and a host of others. Mason Bean. And so he gets down quickly. That was number 12, Reese Moore, on the reception.
Yeah, great swarm. You know it's a good swarm whenever you got parents on the other sideline asking for a flag. It's just called hustle. That's all. It's clean.
Heart and hustle.
That's it.
6-yard completion brings up 2nd down and 4 here. They'll send a man in motion across the field. He'll line up slot left.
We are confused on the back end. I don't know. Okay.
Shotgun snap. Arthur Lewis with the handoff. Trying to get outside. Gets away from one tackle and will have the first down, powering his way forward. He's picked up and finally taken to the ground. He gained an extra 2 to 3 yards while he was in the air as the scrum picked him up and continued to push forward. But it'll be a first down all the way out across the 40-yard line to the 43, and the Bears will move the chains.
Yeah, if you're going to tackle Arthur Lewis, you have to have a body on a body. You can't just slap his thigh. He's going to run right through that. He'll break your arm. And we're just running and diving and kind of putting our hands out there. We've got to run through him. We have to put bodies on bodies.
First down and 10. Baum in the shotgun. Rolling right now. Looking. Fires it out, and it is caught. And upfield he goes, and it'll be close to another first down. That was number 20, Mario Middleton.
Yeah, easy sprint out. Got the flat route. We have no one there to account for the flat. Easy pitch and catch for first down.
Middleton with a little bit of a limp. He's going to go to the sideline now.
Robert Haney checking in on the D-line, along with Dondre Russell.
So it was a 10-yard gain. First down and 10 here for the Bears.
Dondre McCray.
From the jacket, 45. Handoff. Lewis, not much. They'll give him forward progress for half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and long here, just inside the jacket 45-yard line.
Speaking on the energy and just how this game feels odd, it's reminiscent of the Gainesville game in 2021, where it's just like weird.
Very much so.
And, I hope it doesn't have the same ending. But
late flag comes in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Or sideline warning. Okay. There's 11 players on the field. I thought maybe they had 12, but just a sideline warning. So 1:02 to go here, third quarter. Jackets lead by 7, 20-13. Bears have it 2nd down and long from the jacket 44-yard line. Cole Baum in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers near side right. They'll set up on the right side hash. Baum calls for it. Keeps it himself. A lot of green grass. He's got the first down and a long way to go. No one kept up with the quarterback, who's going to get all the way up the sideline, down near the 10-yard line. What a busted play there. And Cole Baum will take it down near the 10, and it's a first down for the Bears, and they have it in the red zone, and there's an injured Yellow Jacket player down. They'll take a look at him.
That's Damian Spivey.
That is not good on many fronts. No one kept up with Cole Baum, the quarterback. Everybody was lined up. It was lined up near side right. Baum faked the handoff to Lewis, who went right, and he just ran for days up that left side. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was just one of those reads, and I'm watching it back here.
Bartram Trail is
got in a condensed set there, and you got guys that have to do jobs that they're not used to doing it, and got a hold of our corner.
Bartram Trail's working it right now against the Yellow Jackets. Not what we expected in this one tonight. We expected a spirited effort by Bartram Trail, coming into tonight 2-5 on the season. And they have played a tough schedule. They've won 2 of their last 3, but a 10-0 loss to Nice last week at home. And you didn't know exactly what you were going to get. They have come in with a lot of fight tonight. Shotgun snap. Fires it across the middle, and it is caught. Not much there. Not quite sure what that play was all about. He caught a screen pass to Lewis, and Lewis was hit instantly and dropped down for no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was a weird play. I couldn't even see what was going on there.
Clock is running, and they will have to run a play here. This should be the final play of the third period.
Yeah, they
play
got
clock at 15.
15 seconds to get it off.
So now they'll come to the line. Play clock at 10. Play clock at 5. They get it off. Rolling, looking, fires it towards the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted, coming back the other way. And it's a great play. He threw it out into space. I don't know what he thought he saw, but he just threw it into space, and it was being picked off, and a great play there by the Yellow Jacket defense.
Yeah, there were guys. There was a guy or two open, and that was an errant throw that just went way up in the air, and no one was around it but guys in maroon.
Boy, when you needed a play by the defense, that was when you needed it. It seemed like Bartram Trail was going to punch one in to tie the ball game. They get the second turnover of the game that they desperately needed, and the Jackets will take over. First down and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
Yep, he's running right and just plants his feet and throws across his body, and just a horrible throw. No other way to say it.
1.3 on the game clock. They'll have to run a play here. Shotgun snap. Preston right up the gut. He'll have the first down, shaking and baking. Look at him go. All the way out across the 25 and out to the 29-yard line. What a run by Nate Preston, a gain of 19 yards, and that's how the third quarter will end. Let's hope that gets the crowd fired up. We're fired up. We're ready to go. Fourth quarter coming up right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football. We'll be right back after this on 102.1 FM, AM 1240, WFOY, and the 904 Now.
Life is not perfect, and sometimes throws you a legal challenge. That's when you turn to Canaan Law. Canaan Law is a local St. Augustine firm of 6 lawyers specializing in personal injury, criminal cases, divorces, and civil litigation. The firm provides compassionate guidance and aggressive representation. Canaan Law attorneys are litigation specialists and know our local court system, and they know how to fight for you. Call 904-824-9402 to schedule your consultation today. Canaan Law, your home field advantage when it matters most.
At St. John's Community Pharmacy, your health is their priority. Locally owned and proudly serving St. Augustine and surrounding communities, they offer personalized care, custom compounding, and low-price generic plan. From diabetes support and health screenings to immunizations and personalized packaging, their friendly team is here for your whole family. Visit them today at 2720 US 1 South, Suite A, or call 904-460-1000. St. John's Community Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy focused on you.
Back to action here. We start the fourth. Jackets have it first and 10 from their own 29-yard line. On a big run by Nate Preston to end the third. Let's see if that revitalizes the Jackets a little bit. Got the crowd fired up some. See if it gets them fired up on the field. Shotgun snap. Handoff. Preston. And he won't get much just across the 30. A little more than a yard there by Nate Preston. And it will run the clock here. 11:45 to go. Jackets lead 20-13. They could really use another score here to give themselves a little breathing room, as opposed to a one possession ball game right now.
Here we go. We haven't seen this all night. We got empty. We got 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. See if we can get some numbers. So, yeah, we got 4 in the box. So I would look for maybe a quarterback draw here, get Brent's legs involved some.
Looks at all of his receivers, calls for the snap, and here we go. Screen pass, split screen. Trying to get upfield. He'll be hit and dropped. Not a great play call there. It was not executed very well. Julio Santiago tried to cut back into the middle of the field.
Yeah, try to set up a tunnel screen and basically make it just like you're returning a kick. Get your guy into some space with some blockers and see what happens.
It was Caleb Smith, the linebacker, who made the play.
I do think empty is something worth considering doing a little bit more of. But we'll go back to our 11 personnel here.
All right, third down and 6. Short gain on the last completion. Fires it across the middle. There it is. There's Wingo. And Wingo is going to tuck it away. The defender had him by the back of the jersey and just couldn't get him to the ground. It had 3 white shirts around him, but Showtime Samorian Wingo refused to go down. And it'll be a first down for St. Augustine out to the 49-yard line.
Something we've been connected on well all night is just those slants off of RPOs.
So Jackets will try and work tempo here. 2 left, 1 right. Preston on the handoff, takes it to midfield. I think they'll give him credit for the nose of the football inside Bartram territory. It'll be a gain of 1, and it brings up second down and 9.
Something, we're a little late in this game now, but this game does feel a little bit like Nice, where we're getting chunks. We're starting to get here and there, but overall our running game has been a little stagnant. I think spreading it out, going a little more empty, or here, like we're going 3 by 1, get a little more space inside to give either Brent or Nate a little bit more favorable blocks.
Trips left, one receiver right. Preston again on the carry. Not much there. He'll have another yard. It'll be a short gain. It brings up 3rd down and 8 here from the Bear 49-yard line.
Because in the Nice game, we went empty, and we just had better guys on the outside, so they could either go and try to cover our guys on the outside, and then we'd have numbers on the inside where Brent's legs would hurt him, or they could come on the inside, we hurt him on the outside. I think we should start doing some similar thoughts.
Shotgun snap, hit as he throws, come back to catch it. Now Danson trying to get upfield, and I think he will. I think he'll get upfield, and a late flag comes in. Is it a late hit? Perhaps a face mask. This one should go against Bartram Trail, so tack it on. They will have the first down, though.
Good job by our offensive line. They brought pressure there, and Brent stood in the pocket, had a nice, clean pocket, and we had to come back towards the boundary there and delivered a nice ball. And I believe that was Julio got upfield. Looked scary there for a second. He was kind of dancing around about a yard before the sticks, and then decided to put his foot in the ground, and we
late hit out of bounds. Goodness, so he'll have the first down and tack on 15 more. So that's a huge penalty against Bartram Trail, and it will move them all the way down inside the 35 and inside the 30.
Got to finish this drive here and really put pressure on Bartram because they've scored tonight, but both of their drives have been long drives. They're not quick. Not to say Arthur Lewis can't score quickly, but 2-possession game makes it where they're going to have to move the ball fast, and that's not really something that they're going to do well.
1st and 10 from the Bear 25. Shotgun snap, handoff.
Samorian, wide open.
Wide open. Oh, and there's got to be a flag, and it is. Samorian Wingo was wide open.
Sorry, Julio was wide open. I apologize.
And the defender tackled Samorian Wingo before the football got there, and that's going to draw a flag just about every single time.
Julio on the backside post was wide open. And now we got another flag. I believe that's going to be on Tyler Thomas, Bartram Trail's head coach for
either that.
He's still going off and throwing his arms around. I think he's upset about something.
He is very upset. He's giving that side judge an earful right now, and the side judge threw a flag. And so it's going to be pass interference plus whatever it is on the sideline over there. So this could be a big gainer right here. So 3 consecutive penalties is going to march St. Augustine all the way down inside the red zone. Should be near the 10-yard line.
And the coach is still, he is in the ref's face right now. He's got to get some composure. Calm down.
All right, so here we go.
You can stack personal fouls, too, so this could be a 30-yard penalty. In high school, you can. Yep, it'll add 5 yards. The sideline warning wasn't unnecessary, so that's a 20-yard penalty.
Yeah, second sideline warning against Bartram Trail. So the 15-yard pass interference penalty plus the 5-yard sideline penalty. So 20 yards takes it down to the 10, and it is 1st and goal now for the Yellow Jackets. And like you said, they have got to finish here and get one in the end zone.
The refs are talking, going to get some more staring going on here. But that is something, if you didn't know, you can stack penalties so, for instance, there's been a 30-yard penalty we've had a few times where there's been a pass interference, and then our guys get upset, and then we say something and we have a personal foul. That's 30 yards. You can do that here in high school.
9:18 to go in the game. Jackets lead 20-13 here. They're trying to extend the lead and make it a 2-possession ball game. 2 right, 1 left.
Bartram bringing some pressure.
Handoff. Preston's got it. Powers his way to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of almost 5. They'll give him 4 to the 6-yard line. That's where they'll say he'll take it down. It'll be 2nd down and goal here from just outside the 5-yard line.
9 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Clock running. Clock is our friend right now.
Got to punch it in, put the pressure on Bartram Trail to have to score fast to where we can capitalize on that predictability. Dial up some blitzes, let our D linemen be able to rush, and then hopefully get some opportunities on the back end to get some interceptions and turnovers. But just got to finish here. Got Samorian at quarterback and the Wildcat.
All right, here we go. Going to keep it himself. Brandon James is going to take it. He's going to get close. He's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. It was a keeper the whole way. Brenton James slowly worked his way downfield. And here we go. The Yellow Jackets extend the lead. It's 26-13, and the extra point coming up here.
And that was actually Samorian Wingo in the Wildcat. which they've been doing once they get inside the 10-yard line. It seems to work out well, and that play was blocked up to be an inside run. That was just counter, and then everything was there, and he's just faster than everybody else and outran everyone, got a good block from his receiver, and finally getting that 2-possession lead. Stretching it out. Let's see if we can convert this extra point.
Moses Laprise on for the extra point. Gets it up, and this one goes right through. Bangs it through, and a big extra point there. And it's a 2-possession game. 27-13 is our score. Let's go back to studio for a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
At St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, they believe every life is unique, and honoring that uniqueness is a vital part of healing. From personal traits to life's journey, they take the time to celebrate what made your loved one special. Their spacious, family-friendly facility includes an on-site crematory and offers a full range of services, from traditional burials, various cremation options, to green burials, and military tribute. With years of experience and a reputation built on excellence and integrity, they have been honored to serve families from all walks of life. Whether you're planning ahead or facing an immediate need, their compassionate team is here to guide you through every step with care and attention to detail. Call us today at 904-824-1625 or visit www.stjohnsfamilyfuneralhome.com to learn more. Stay connected with your community on the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment network. From morning updates to evening laughs, we keep you informed and entertained. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Rumble. The 904 Now. Stay in the now.
And you are live.
Back to live action here. Short kickoff taken about the 27-yard line. They'll get him down near the 32. And that's where Bartram, and a late flag comes flying in here from the side judge. Boy, that side judge has been busy on that Bartram trail side.
I think he's getting a little worn down over there. His patience is running thin.
My goodness. 8:22 to go in the ball game. Jackets lead by 2 scores now, 27-13. And we'll see what this flag is all about. Is it another sideline warning, perhaps? We'll have to wait and see what the call is. The white hat's going to let us know.
It's pointing our direction.
Well, that's not good. That's not what we want.
Unnecessary roughness on us, Corey Spencer.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
I didn't see anything that looked unnecessary to me.
All right, so Yellow Jackets will be penalized an extra 15 yards. And it'll put them out to the 46, 47-yard line. So the Bears in great position here with 8:22 to go in the game. Shotgun snap. Peterson back in the game. He slings it out, and it is caught. Complete. And upfield he goes. A missed tackle will have a first down for Bartram. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds, but not before he picks up 10 yards and into Yellow Jacket territory.
Our secondary just hasn't tackled very well, even on opportunities that you could clean a guy up. He's already got a guy hanging on him. Just got to be more physical on the back end. But I know that's not what DBs want to do, but it's what you got to do.
All right. First down and 10. Jackets defense got to step up one more time. Play action now. Peterson. Great fake there. Now he'll get upfield and he'll have a first down. It was a great play action fake, and then he kind of pump faked and got the defender in the air, and all of a sudden Peterson was upfield in a hurry. A gain of about 13, and he'll take it down inside the 30-yard line for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bartram at the Jacket 30.
Yeah, it's one of those rules that it's easy to say, it's hard to do, but when you're rushing the quarterback, you never want to leave your feet. You can raise your hands, but never leave your feet. And we actually used to drill that up front because sometimes we'd be liable to do that, and that's what happened to Willie there. He's not really used to rushing the quarterback much.
First down and 10. Lewis on a handoff. Now he's got to reverse his field, and he'll be hit and dropped. What a play there by the Yellow Jackets as they got him down up front. That was one of the defenders, Markel Logan, who got him. Yellow Jackets had him covered up on the left side. He had to cut back around field, and he will lose about 12 yards on the play, and it will push him all the way back to the 42-yard line. What a play up front by the Yellow Jackets. They were all over that one.
Yes, they were. That was great pursuit. That's what one of the first drills we do to start camp and practice is just pursuit drill. That's all 11 guys just running to the sideline. Everybody takes an angle, And that's what we're known for, is just pursuit, run to the ball.
Second down and long. Peterson taking a deep shot downfield, no chance. Well out for, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me right now? That pass was 5 yards out in front of the of the receiver, and they threw a flag. How can that be possible? Are you kidding me? Wow.
That is preposterous. I just watched it back on our 904 Now live stream, and
wow.
I mean we did have a hand on him, but you're allowed to hand check.
Wow. That is an awful play call. That is terrible. I don't know what in the heck he thought he saw. He wasn't even the closest official to the play. Wow. All right, moving on.
Don't you remember the coach was mean to you? Don't throw that flag.
Yeah.
Come on.
My gosh. I mean, so with the penalty, it's second down and 6 now. Peterson will be hit, and he will get away. Looked like he might have been sacked, and now instead he gets it out to Arthur Lewis, and Arthur Lewis gets upfield and finally gets away. Peterson looked like he might have been hit and taken down twice. Instead, he gets it out to Arthur Lewis, and Arthur Lewis will get it upfield.
Yeah, that was that dash play they ran all night, and that was not supposed to be a throw. And if they want to throw flags, there was a legal man downfield about 5 yards because that was a running play, and he decided to throw it later. But I will just call the game. The X's and O's. I'll try not to get into the officials, but, man, it's frustrating.
2-yard gain here. Third down and a long 3. Almost 4 yards for the first down. Bears have it at the Yellow Jacket 23-yard line.
We're going to bring some pressure here.
Peterson. Handoff, and he'll be taken down. Fake the handoff to Lewis, who tried to go outside, and Peterson kept it to the inside, and he was taken down, and it'll be a loss of 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, great play by Andy Burshaw. He sawed him in half right there, just took his legs right out from under him, and now we got a crucial fourth down that can really salt this game away. Got to get off the field here, do your job, don't be fooled. Focus on your key, do what your key tells you to do, and run to the ball and hit when you get there.
All right, so big down here for the defense. 6:20 to go in the ball game. Jackets lead by 2 scores, 27-13. Fourth down and 6 for the Bears. Jackets flinched but didn't come across. They will not get.
They're calling a timeout.
Yep, and they will call a timeout. So the Bears will call timeout. 6:04 to go in the ball game. They'll get a timeout here. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. Scores and updates in and around the SJC. Rains defeats Creekside tonight 51-3. Nice 29-0 over Atlantic Coast. Decoy now up 23-17 on Pedro. St. Joe's in a dogfight with Oak Hall 19-17 in that one. Ponte Vedra up 33-0. And Beachside is now tied with Middleburg 30 apiece. That's a heck of a game in district play. The Beachside Barracudas trying to get to 7-1 on the season.
It's interesting.
All right, so here we've got a 2-score lead, 6:04 to go in the game. Bears take their first time out of the half. They have 2 remaining. And St. Augustine's defense has been on the field a lot. Bartram has sustained some long drives here tonight, and they have really kept the offense off the field and out of rhythm for that sake.
Yeah, they have. We got to get off the field here, let our offense go into 4-minute O to salt this game away with another touchdown, get in the 30s, and really separate. But we got to do what we haven't done necessarily well, at least not consistently all night, and just be mentally sharp here. Mentally sharp. Let's not jump off sides. Let's cover who we're supposed to cover. Let's rush the way we're supposed to rush. Rush to your landmark on the quarterback. If you're an eye guy, meaning you're supposed to front him up, be an eye guy. If you're an ear guy, meaning you're supposed to contain the quarterback, then let's do that. But we just got to do our job. Make Bartram convert this. Don't give them something. Make them convert this.
So the gaggle of zebras are having a long conversation on the far side of the field. I'm not sure if they're talking to the coaching staff.
Yes, I believe it's Bartram.
Head coach of Bartram. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Interim head coach. That's why we have some
interim
dead time.
head coach.
Louisville is up 17-10 on Miami. 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Very surprising score.
Some Maureen Wingo alert.
They could probably use him tonight. All right.
It's not too late to flip to Florida. Go Gators.
All right, so the Zebras will get back into position here, and here we go. 4th down and almost 6. Call it a long 5 here. 2 right, 2 left for the Bears. Shotgun snap, rolling right, looking. Peterson, he's going to be hit. No, he'll get away, and he will have the first down. He'll get upfield and finally taken down at the 11-yard line. It looked like he might have been taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Instead, he'll get the first down, and he will keep the drive alive for Bartram Trail.
Yeah, they sprinted out, and they had 2 deep routes. I'm surprised they didn't have anybody in the flat. And he stopped his feet, and when he looked back, there was a wide-open lane, so he took that lane. And that's tough. You know, that is tough to rush your lanes disciplined whenever they are doing a sprint out. That kind of changes your angles and such. So that was just a very good play by that quarterback there, but got to find a way to get a stop here. Got to find a way.
5:54 to go here in the ball game. We got our last official timeout on the field for a water break. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. Timeout brought to you in part by the Investigation and Settlement Solutions of Florida. With over 30 years of extensive experience, they can assist you with any of your investigation needs. Give them a call, 904-315-1362, or find them online at flinvestigators.com.
Yeah, so 5:54 left in the fourth quarter here. Possessions are obviously dwindling, for Bartram Trail. So got to score here, and they got plenty of time. They got 2 timeouts left, and the way that we've been on offense, as far as us being inconsistent, there's no guarantees here. So we've really got to force them to either try to kick a field goal, force them to turn the ball over. We got to do something here because we let them get 7, and we're in a 1-possession game. You know, anything could happen. There's still plenty of time here.
All right, here we go. First down and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. Handoff, Lewis. He'll get upfield. He'll get inside the 5 towards the goal line, and he'll push it into the end zone. No signal yet. Yeah, there it is. Late signal coming in, and Arthur Lewis will get the Bears within 1 score, and it is now 27-19. Extra point coming up. Let's see. Are they going to kick, or are they going to go for 2? They are going to kick. They're going to try and make it a 7-point game here. So Arthur Lewis scores from 11 yards out.
Yeah, so we brought some pressure there, and that's the downside of whenever you blitz. We brought 6, and if you get past that front line, if one D lineman or whoever the blitzer doesn't get to that gap, if they get past it, it's probably going to pop. And that's what happened.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 5:47 to go here in the ball game. Our score: Jackets 27, Bears 20. Back to the studio. Quick timeout. Back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
Barwick Banking Company is where tradition meets innovation. With over a century of history and roots deep in community values, Barwick Bank offers all the modern conveniences of big banks, plus the personal service only a local team can provide. From business and personal banking to home lending, they're for locals, by locals, serving you right here in St. Augustine and beyond. Visit barwickbank.com or stop by on the island at 101 Marina Cove Drive. Barwick Banking Company, where your future is local. Member FDIC.
When comfort and reliability matter, trust the team that truly does it all. Do all HVAC and plumbing. Proudly serving St. Johns County and Jacksonville. Locally owned and operated, Do All offers expert heating, cooling, and plumbing services for homes and businesses. From installs and emergency repairs to air quality, refrigeration, and complete plumbing, they're available 24/7 with honest, dependable care. Call 904-547-2168 or visit doallhvac.com. Who are you going to call? Do All, the Heat Busters.
In the ball game, Jackets 27, Bears 20. Bears will kick off here. Jackets need to put a drive together. One long drive here to drain some clock and try to put this ball game away. Short kick taken at the 16 and getting upfield. Santiago's got it, and he'll take it all the way out across the 35 and out of bounds near the 38-yard line. Good return by Julio Santiago, and it gives the Yellow Jackets good field position to start the drive.
I just question that from the Bartram Trail coaching staff. You've been booting it all night and getting it to the goal line and covering very well, getting us inside the 20. And then you decide to sky kick it to one of our most explosive guys and give it to us at the 39-yard line. Hey,
Question marks abound.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll spot it. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff. Preston gets a yard out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9, but clock is moving here. 5:27 to go in the ball game.
I just can't, for the life of me, understand why we're not giving it to Samorian when he is to the boundary. So the short side of the field and the corner is playing
single man coverage,
8 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
Just throw it to him at the snap. I don't know. That's something we always do, and tonight we just have not done it one time, and I don't know why not.
Fakes the handoff, looks, fires it out, and it is caught. Santiago has it on the far side of the field, and he'll get upfield for a 1st down. Out to the 49-yard line, they'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10. Keep the clock moving as it's 5:02 on the game clock. And as soon as they set the chains, they will wind it.
Got to complete balls and keep the clock moving. One of the good tells of a running team is, can you run when you have to run? And I know Coach Braddock likes to pride ourselves on being a running team. I know we have Samorian and Julio and all that, but we are a running team. So let's see if we can put this game away when we need to.
Shotgun snap. Handoff. Preston right up the gut. And he gets it all the way out to the Bear 45-yard line. 6-yard gain here for Nate Preston. He's had a good night tonight.
That's more the flavor of what I'm talking about, is when everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run the ball. Can you run the ball? Can you put bodies on bodies, move the bodies, hold on to the ball, and just salt this game away? Just slowly taking the oxygen out of their sails as far as their hope and belief that they can win.
2nd down and 5. Shotgun snap. Preston again. He'll be tripped up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a short loss on the play. Back at the 46-yard line of Bartram Trail, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Jackets, approaching 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, it's not a good thing when your left tackle is in the backfield looking back at the quarterback, trying to block the D lineman at that juncture. So just got beat there. So here we go, back to 10 personnel. Got a little bit more speed on the field, spreading it out, doubles 2x2.
Twins left, Twins right. 3:45 to go. Jackets lead by 7. 3rd down and 6, and they'll blow the play dead. I don't see a flag.
No flag.
Was there a timeout called? Not sure.
Like the back judge is standing on top of the ball, so I don't know.
Not sure what
they're telling us to back up.
Illegal procedure. I never did see a flag.
Boy. Did we false start, or did we not have
I'm not sure. I never did see a flag down on the field.
I didn't see us false start either. Maybe we didn't line up correctly. Maybe somebody didn't check in with the ref that we were on the ball.
I never saw it.
But that's not a dead ball foul, so it must have been a false start that they no one else saw.
3rd down and long. 3rd and 10. Fires it out. Wingo has it. And he'll get upfield. He gets away from a defender, and he will get inside the 40, and he will have the 1st down. Samorian Wingo fought his way for a 1st down. He got away from 3 different tackles, and he will push it forward for the 1st down, and will keep the drive alive here.
Old school curl route. Ran vertical 2 yards towards the post, and then set it down, and Brent put it right on him. You could tell they've done that on routes on the air in practice just about every day. I still would love to see our – no, we got a flag on
personal foul against Bartram Trail. So it'll tack on 15 more. Instead of it being 1st and 10 near the 40, it'll be down near the 25-yard line.
Got to be able to keep your poise and composure. You know, that's 30 yards lost just by words that have been said, just talking to the other team. And it doesn't do anything. It never helps. So you just got to be careful letting words fly.
All right, so they'll spot it at the 24, and they will run the clock here. 3:15 to go in the ball game. Jackets with a 7-point lead, and they are looking to try to seal it away here. 1st and 10 from the Bartram 24-yard line. Jackets in no hurry here. They've got 15 on the play clock.
4-minute mode, completely engaged.
They will break the huddle. 8 seconds on the play clock. 2 left, 1 right. Shotgun snap. Preston powers forward for a couple. Not much there, but it keeps the clock moving. And it's at what point if you're Bartram Trail, do you start using those timeouts?
Yeah, there's no 2-minute timeouts or 2-minute warnings or anything like that. So
they got 2 timeouts remaining.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Clock is running. I would assume that they would start after this play here, because we get a first down, the game is pretty much over. So you got to sell out on this set of downs. And we need to be full on. Oh, Samoria and Wingo playing quarterback at Wildcat. The ball is the most important thing here. Hold on to the ball. Cannot turn it over.
Wingo at Wildcat. Play clock at 3. He'll keep it himself, and he'll be hit. Not much there. Bartram was all over that one. They saw that one a mile away, and they were right on top of it. And there is the timeout I expected to see. After the second down play, it will stop the clock with 1:54 to go. Third down and 12 after the timeout. We'll keep it here during this break. Timeout brought to you in part by Stretch Zone. One-on-one practitioners assisting and stretching that can't be duplicated on your own. That's a tough word. Move better, feel better, and enjoy life more. Flexibility for life. Find them online at stretchzone.com. A couple of St. Johns County locations for your convenience at Stretch Zone. All right, so they get the timeout here, so 1 timeout remaining for Bartram. 1:54 to go.
Yeah, so if I'm Coach James, I'm thinking, let me get it to Samoan, let me get it to Julio in space. So I would go maybe empty and tell Brent, hey, look left, look right. What matchup do you like better? Are they both playing off? Throw it to one of them quickly, and they're going to line up actually right next to each other. So they're going 2 by 2. We got doubles. And Julio is in the slot to the right, and Samoan is wide to the right. So you got both guys right next to each other. Look at the field.
Here we go.
Open.
2 left, 2 right. 3rd and 12. Looking upfield. Now being flushed out. Brenton James is just going to run. He's going to run it. Oh, you got to stay in bounds. You got to stay in bounds, Brenton.
Cannot. That is.
Oh, goodness. All right, so he takes him out of bounds, which stops the clock, and it saves the timeout for Bartram Trail. So now 4th down and 5. They'll keep the offense on the field here.
That is a very, very tough mistake. You know, and I looked like he was pulling up to slide. And he
should have cut it back inside and just fallen to the ground. It would have kept the clock running and forced them to burn the final timeout. So here we go. Get a first down here and you'll seal the victory. 2 right, 2 left for the Yellow Jackets. They'll send Nate Preston out in space. Fires it across the middle, and it is incomplete. So the ball is incomplete, and now you stop the clock, and you still save a timeout for Bartram Trail.
Yeah, Brent's just had. Oh, sorry. Like there, Brent's just had a rough night. You know, let's just call it like it is. You know, anybody that's watching will say it. You know, he's had a very rough night. He's missed a few throws, and right there, Julio was wide open from the get-go. I mean, as soon as he got the ball, he was wide open for a touchdown, and he was even wide open when he threw it late, and he just was high. And I love Brent. He's a smart kid, and I know he prepares and he does this like a pro. You know, he lives this, breathes this. So it's just you got to have an off. You don't have to have an off night, but you're going to have an off night eventually. And tonight is just Brenton's off night. You know, just mentally just not in there and missed a few throws. He still made plays, you know, but it's just not a performance that he's going to be proud of. That's for sure. But I'd rather it be now than in a few weeks.
I agree. All right, here's the reset. 1:41 to go in the game. Jackets lead by 7. Bears have it. 1st and 10 from just inside the 20-yard line. Quick strike out and out of bounds. And it'll be a short gain on the play, say 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 here.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how Coach Braddock wants to play this. Does he trust we're going to go base here, but does he wind up sending pressure to see if the quarterback can get the ball out, or is he just going to leave it?
Baum, shotgun snap, rolling right now, looking upfield, and he got it complete and taken down quickly. Did he keep him in bounds?
I think he was in bounds, but got the first down, so it's going to stop the clock until they set the ball.
They'll stop the clock.
But it's far sideline, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, they'll move the chains. 1:31 on the clock. 1st down and 10 for the Bears. They have it at their own 32-yard line. I guess they're saying he did get out of bounds because they have not started the clock yet. All right, 2 right, 2 left. Shotgun snap, bomb. Taking some pressure hit as he throws, and it's short pass and incomplete. He could not connect with Leo Marucci downfield, who was wide open.
And he was wide open. There's no doubt about that. How did we bust that coverage like that?
I don't know. Cole Baum was hit as soon as he threw the football, and I think that threw off the pass a little bit because Marucci was behind 2 defenders and ahead of the safety.
Yeah, so looking here, Brandon Whitfield playing safety. He came down at the snap. I'm not sure what coverage we were in, and his threat just went right past him. Yeah, got to be careful. Got away with one.
2nd down and 10 here. Minute 26 left on the clock. Trips left, 1 right. They'll sling it out, and it's complete and out of bounds quickly. Not much on the gain, maybe 4 yards there. That was number 12, Reese Moore, on the completion. So he gets out of bounds. It only took a few seconds off the clock, minute 23 to go.
Yeah, Bartram's doing a really good job on this 1 minute getting out of bounds, and they're executing well.
All right, 3rd down and 6. Jackets are going to move up here and play tight man coverage. Jackets flinched, didn't come across.
Oh, and he's going to throw it late like that?
Wow.
Wow, man.
Wow.
You know what, though? That's on us. You don't put the game in the ref's hands.
Yeah.
Don't make it close. Don't give him an opportunity to get involved. Just don't jump.
2 guys flinched on the hard count. Boy, it was close. Just saw the replay there on the 904, and boy, it was awfully close. I don't know if he got into the neutral zone, but they're going to give it to him. So 5 free yards makes it 3rd and 1 now. 3rd and a long 1. Shotgun snap. Pressure comes, fires a deep ball down the sideline, tipped away and incomplete. Oh!
This is garbage.
Oh, my word. Oh, my goodness. Flags come in. Excellent coverage down the far sideline. Boy, referees. Goodness gracious. Boy, that is great coverage down the field.
And the consistent theme is that we have a hand.
Oh, they waved it off. They're waving it off.
It's about time somebody, the back judge, finally stepped up and decided, like, hey, you know what? Let's call this correctly.
Man, I listen.
It's preposterous.
We are homers here. There is no doubt about it, and I think that is the right call. The defender was on the inside track. He did not allow the football to get to the receiver, and he was turning looking for the football. I don't know what else you want him to do.
And you are allowed to have your hand on the – you can have your hand on the receiver's shoulder. You can't grab, but you can have your hand on him. That's totally legal.
All right, 4th and 1. Here we go. 4th down and 1. Jackets defense with a big play here.
Look for Arthur Lewis to get the ball.
Shotgun snap.
Nope.
Pressure's coming. He'll be hit. He'll get away and have the 1st down. Up the field he goes, and he's taken out by the defender down near the 47-yard line. St. Augustine will not get off the field on defense. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Bears with 1:08 to go.
Yeah, we're not rushing with any vision, so whenever Day there, he tried to do a spin move, and he had his back to the quarterback, and while he was mid-spin, the quarterback decided to move, and of course when your back is to the quarterback, you don't have eyes on the back of your head, so you don't know where he's going.
Timeout called.
Just situational awareness there. You've got to rush with eyes, right? And, these are high school kids. They're doing their best, and they're, I'm a grown man, watched a lot of football, studied it, and care about it, but that's just one of the things you got to be preaching. So, like, right now we're in this huddle. What I would be saying right now, at least to my D-line guys, is exactly what I was just preaching. Hey, keep this guy in a box. Keep him in a well. He's killing us with our legs. Force him to throw the ball. Because as soon as we get there, he's going to put his eyes down on us, and he's not going to throw the ball. If we can keep him in the well, we'll be okay. But we can't just rush, have our eyes all over the place, take horrible angles. We've got to rush discipline and make him have to make a play. Don't give him a play.
So here we go. 1st down and 10 for the Bears. They've got it at the Yellow Jacket 47-yard line. 1:05 to go in the game. They still have 1 timeout remaining. Jackets call timeout on defense to try and regroup here and to settle in. So they'll break the huddle.
And I'm surprised Bartram hasn't got the ball to Arthur Lewis's hands one time on this drive. He's their best player, and they're just wasting him in pass protection. I'm surprised we haven't seen a screen. I mean, I know they want the ball, the clock to stop, so throwing it in the middle of the field. But look out for that. Arthur Lewis should be getting the ball if they want to win the game.
We'll send a man in motion across the field. He'll sit up, slot right, two left now. Shotgun snap, looks, fires. Oh, he's going to tuck it, and he's going to be knocks it away. Yeah, well,
the ball hit him. How is he interfering when the ball's hitting the defender? I'm sorry, I know we're not.
Flags come flying in from 3 different officials in 3 different places, so they're going to get him for pass interference this time. I don't know.
It's questionable. All 3 of them said it, so whatever. Like you said, I'm a homer.
The whole fourth quarter has been spotty at best. 58 seconds on the clock. With the penalty, it will move the football down to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Still hanging on to that last time out. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Shotgun snap. Baum looking. Fires a ball, and it is caught.
Another flag.
And another flag comes in. I think it's a completed catch, but they'll have to decide whether they want the penalty or they want the catch. I think it's going to be.
No, it was incomplete. The pass was caught out of bounds. They called it incomplete, unless I missed something. But I saw the ref come in waving his. Yeah.
So it was incomplete, but the flag down.
And one consistent theme I'm seeing, and credit to Bartram Trail's coaching staff, is all of these throws are coming. Yeah, pass interference. Well, okay, it must have been a catch, even though they came in with arms crossing to signal incomplete. So they're going to decline the.
Boy, this drive has been something.
To complete my thought, they're throwing all of these on their sideline with their line judge, not their line judge, but the line judge that has been calling these questionable pass interference all night. Defense really has to stand up here. Someone needs to make a play. Someone needs to turn the ball over. Somebody needs to beat their man up front, get a sack. Somebody has to force the issue.
52 seconds on the clock.
Markel.
Shotgun snap. Hit as he throws, and it is picked off. Coming back the other way. He's going to get all the way up the sideline. No one's going to catch him. It's going to be a pick 6 for the Yellow Jackets, and they will get the victory here tonight. Oh, baby! St. Augustine will get the win, and I believe it was Willie Elmore on the interception.
It was Willie Elmore on the hit, and I believe it was
Julio Santiago.
Julio, yep.
Playing some defense.
Yep, so we had a nice hit, errant throw, and then Julio taking it all the way back, and they throw a flag. It looks like it's going to be a sideline warning on us. These guys, they couldn't let it go and play with just, they got to get their elbow greased. We'll take the result of the play.
Yellow Jackets will get the victory with the interception and the pick 6. St. Augustine fought hard tonight, and they deserve the victory. So they will get it here. We'll get the official call. Touchdown is good.
Yeah, after the play was over, sideline warning against us.
Yeah, sideline warning. And that's how it'll finish. St. Augustine will get a victory here tonight. A hard-fought victory by the Yellow Jackets. And ultimately it was the defense that made the play, and you called it. Somebody's got to make a play. Well, there it is. Julio Santiago playing defense, and he made a play, stepped in front of it. The quarterback hit as he threw, and that shot it up into the air a little short. And Santiago, it fell into his lap, and down the field he went. Extra point is up and good, 34.9 on the clock. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. Timeout brought to you in part by our good friends over at Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner. Good people, good food, and good times. It's your home away from home. Check them out at either location and be sure and tell them that Izzy sent you. Man, what a finish.
I love the grit of our team because it was hard fought, but because we made it hard fought. And when we needed to make a play. We've made plays. When we had to go down the field and score, we did go down the field and score. And granted, it would have been nice to do it the drive before. We could have done it, but when we have to perform, we do perform, and you can't simulate that. You could do things in practice and put a little pressure on the kids and do this, but doing it in a game on a Friday night with, however many people are here, 2,000 people and a live stream and all this, you can't simulate that kind of pressure to perform, and they did. So that's awesome. Still got to finish the game. Still 34 seconds left. I've seen some wild stuff, but
especially in this rivalry. All right, fair catch signal at the 25-yard line, so that's where they will start. Down 2 scores now, 34-20. And, you got to give the credit, or got to give credit, I should say, to the Bartram Trail Bears. They came in tonight and they fought hard, and they certainly did their job tonight. And the Yellow Jackets are going to get the victory, not in how we anticipated, but certainly in a way that they deserved.
100%. Yeah, it looked like we were going to run away with it early, 14-0 first quarter. 2-5 Bartram, and here we are, the big bad Jackets. We're just going to steamroll them, and we made it happen, but not the best way. Although this is the best kind of bad game to have a bad game that you wind up winning.
Let's have it now, and not, like you said, 3 and 4 weeks down the road when we get into the playoffs here. So Jackets will move to 8-0 on the season. 2 games remaining, a district matchup next week at Ridgeview, and the season finale here at home against Mandarin.
That'll be a big one.
Yes, it will. So we look forward to that.
Delay a game.
Wow, delay a game. Man, not what you wanted if you're Bartram. Trying to get something going here. Down 2 scores, 33 seconds left on the game clock.
Yeah, we got our secondary playing way off. Okay, now they're walking up a little bit.
You see Andy Burchell coming on late for the Yellow Jackets. Handoff right up the gut, out across the 30.
Yeah, that should end it.
And let's see if they get one more play off here. Game clock at 25.
They're going to try.
Yeah, they're going to line up here, see what they can get. You got 1, perhaps 2 plays left. You still have a timeout in your pocket. Fakes the handoff. It'll be Peterson on the carry. He will go down and get the first down, and it will stop the clock to move the chains. 9 seconds on the game clock. Oh, and did he get hurt on that last play? Boy, he is slow to get up. It's one of the Yellow Jackets. That's Willie Elmore. Yeah. Don't want to see that.
Or is that Bo Medlock? Is that 6 or 8?
I think it's Willie.
That is Willie. You're right.
It's Willie Elmore.
Yeah.
So
a little thicker in the legs.
Yeah. They'll set the chains, wind the clock, and that'll do it. They will not get another play off. Final seconds will tick off here, and that will do it here tonight. Jackets get the victory. 34-20 is our final score. Well earned, well deserved for the Yellow Jacket players, and it was the defense overall, an offensive player playing defense, that made the big play in the end.
Yes, sir. Yep. When you gotta have it, you need your best guys to make it happen. And Julio is no doubt one of our best guys. Especially he doesn't even play corner full time, so he likely does a little bit of reps here and there. They said, "Hey, come out, cover this guy." Athletes can do that, and that's what he did. Sealed it up for us, nice and tight.
Let's throw it back to the studio for a quick timeout. We'll be back after this to wrap it up for you. Jackets get the victory here tonight, 34-20. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
You are live.
Jackets get the victory here tonight, 34-20. They wrap it up and finish off the Bartram Trail Bears here tonight on a defensive pick six by Julio Santiago. Santiago takes it back all the way for about 90 yards almost, and that will seal the victory for St. Augustine here tonight. You talked about Brenton James. He struggled tonight. He was not the efficient quarterback, the signal caller that we've seen all season long. They have certainly done a great job all year long. He's been very efficient. We talked about it. He's about 72% completion percentage. But tonight, it just wasn't his night, but they found a way to get it done.
Yep. And that's what a team is all about, and that's what good teams do is when one is falling short, the other picks it up. We've had wins this year where the offense scores 50-something points to beat Bowles and Riverside and such when our defense can't get stops. And tonight our offense was having struggles, and we were able to get stops on defense, and we did that against Nice, and that's what it's all about. So whenever we can get these guys defensively and offensively to both play their best, that's when and we've done that throughout this year. We've shown we can do that, but when we can do that against good opponents, that's when we'll see who we really are. How good we can be.
Next week at Ridgeview, we finished up the district slate. And all things considered, it should be, a lot like last week against Clay. Just an overmatched team, but anything can happen. We thought Bartram would be an overmatched team tonight. They came out with a lot of heart and a lot of hustle, and they fought their way all the way to the end.
Yeah, and credit to them. And they're kind of in a situation where things are a little weird, and there's a lot of reason for them to not play hard, and they decided to play hard anyway. So credit to them. And yeah, it was a good game. I wish it wasn't as good of a game, but it's good for our team. You get tougher when you do tough things. So
Yellow Jackets will move on to 8-0 on the season, 2-0 in district play. They'll finish district play next week at Ridgeview, and then as we mentioned, in 2 weeks on a Thursday, we'll finish up here for the season finale against Mandarin. So that should be a good one as well. Looking forward to that one to finish off the season. That'll do it for us here tonight. Appreciate all the sponsors. I want to give them a shout-out one last time for continuing to support us both here on the radio back at the Mothership and on the 904 now as well. Of course, Sonny's Barbecue is our pregame sponsor, and Anastasia Fitness, Evans Automotive, Diane's Natural Market, the St. Augustine Sorrels Golf Club. Where, Austin?
Golf is still fun unless you're Jake Walton getting bullied by James Guzman.
South State Bank, All-American Air, Thompson Baker Insurance, Salt Run Family Dentistry, Matt Powell, who is St. Augustine's Cadillac man at Fields Cadillac, licensed realtor Robin Arnold, Investigation and Settlement Solutions of Florida, Hasty St. Augustine Flooring, Grand Technology Solutions, Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner, Stretch Zone, St. John's Housing Partnership, and Chicken Salad Check for providing us with our pregame meal each and every week. Give them a call, 904-547-2369, when you need some delicious chicken sandwiches. Also want to thank the 904 sponsors. Appreciate their continued support on the 904 side. J. Lee Construction.
Ooh.
I heard of those guys. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Barwick Banking Company, Canaan Law, Dual HVAC and Plumbing, Noah Bailey Group, the Raintree Restaurant, St. John's Family Funeral and Home and Crematory, St. John's Community Pharmacy, and Stanford Restoration. Appreciate all the continued support each and every week. That'll do it for us. I want to thank Jake Walton for taking all the punches and all the brunt of our jokes tonight. He was our spotter and really helps us out throughout the podcast. Of course, Nicholas Crossan and Natalie Crossan back in the studio for getting us scores updates and keeping us live and on the air. I want to thank the 904 for their continued support with the broadcast. Thank Austin Lee for joining me as well. Great to have you, partner.
Yes, sir. It was a blast as always. I love being up here with you, and you are the man. You do this. I'm telling you, Tony Roma or Jim Nance, watch out, Joe Buck.
Give him a call. I'll be glad to sit in anytime. Jackets get the victory here tonight, 34-20. That'll do it for us here tonight. Appreciate you listening, either on the Superstation, streaming online, or on the 904 now. That'll do it, folks. I'm the voice, James Guzman. So long, everybody.
J. Lee Construction, Roofing and Building Services is a Jacket alumni-owned builder that can handle all your building, renovation, roofing, and painting needs. J. Lee Construction Roofing Services has been serving roofing needs of St. John's and Duval for many years. They pride themselves on developing long-term relationships with their customers. They use only the highest quality products available in the industry. And that means the most tried and true, as well as the most innovative products available today. In the market for new construction, J. Lee Construction offers you the finest crews, project managers, and administrative professionals in the area. Whether you're building a new home from the ground up, upgrading current systems, or retrofitting an existing site, J. Lee Construction has the expertise and resources available to bring value to your project. Give them a call, 904-669-0284. J. Lee Construction, your hometown builders.
When disaster strikes, trust Stanford Restoration, St. Augustine's #1 emergency water and mold removal experts. For over 25 years, they've provided 24/7 rapid response for water, fire, and mold damage, arriving within 60 minutes to protect what matters most. From emergency cleanup to deep cleaning of carpets, tile, and upholstery, Stanford treats your home like it's their own. Serving St. John's and surrounding counties with expert care and proven results. Get your free quote today at stanfordrestoration.com. Stanford Restoration, restoring peace of mind, one home at a time.
Ready to find your dream home or sell with confidence? Trust the Noah Bailey Group, St. Johns County's real estate experts. Whether you're buying in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, or St. Augustine Beach, or looking to list your home or commercial property, they've got the latest listings and local insights to guide you every step of the way. Get your free home analysis today and unlock your property's full potential. Call 904-878-4447 or visit them at 403 Anastasia Boulevard or online at NoahBaileyGroup.com. The Noah Bailey Group, your dream home starts here.
At St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, they believe every life is unique, and honoring that uniqueness is a vital part of healing. From personal traits to life's journey, they take the time to celebrate what made your loved one special. Their spacious, family-friendly facility includes an on-site crematory and offers a full range of services, from traditional burials, various cremation options, to green burials and military tribute. With years of experience and a reputation built on excellence and integrity, they have been honored to serve families from all walks of life. Whether you're planning ahead or facing an immediate need, their compassionate team is here to guide you through every step with care and attention to detail. Call us today at 904-824-1625 or visit www.stjohnsfamilyfuneralhome.com to learn more. Stay connected with your community on the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment network. From morning updates to evening laughs, we keep you informed and entertained. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Rumble, the 904 Now. Stay in the now. Barwick Banking Company is where tradition meets innovation. With over a century of history and roots deep in community values, Barwick Bank offers all the modern conveniences of big banks, plus the personal service only a local team can provide. From business and personal banking to home lending, they're for locals, by locals, serving you right here in St. Augustine and beyond. Visit barwickbank.com or stop by on the island at 101 Marina Cove Drive. Barwick Banking Company, where your future is local. Member FDIC.
When comfort and reliability matter, trust the team that truly does it all. Do all HVAC and plumbing. Proudly serving St. Johns County and Jacksonville. Locally owned and operated, Do All offers expert heating, cooling, and plumbing services for homes and businesses. From installs and emergency repairs to air quality, refrigeration, and complete plumbing, they're available 24/7 with honest, dependable care. Call 904-547-2168 or visit doallhvac.com. Who are you going to call? Do All, the Heat Busters.
Life is not perfect, and sometimes throws you a legal challenge. That's when you turn to Canaan Law. Canaan Law is a local St. Augustine firm of 6 lawyers specializing in personal injury, criminal cases, divorces, and civil litigation. The firm provides compassionate guidance and aggressive representation. Canaan Law attorneys are litigation specialists and know our local court system, and they know how to fight for you. Call 904-824-9402 to schedule your consultation today. Canaan Law, your home field advantage when it matters most.
At St. John's Community Pharmacy, your health is their priority. Locally owned and proudly serving St. Augustine and surrounding communities, they offer personalized care, custom compounding, and low-price generic plan. From diabetes support and health screenings to immunizations and personalized packaging, their friendly team is here for your whole family. Visit them today at 2720 US 1 South, Suite A, or call 904-460-1000. St. John's Community Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy focused on you.
Looking for the perfect place to dine in St. Augustine? Visit Raintree Restaurant, a local favorite for fun, family, and friends. Enjoy award-winning Mediterranean, American, steak, and seafood dishes in their beautiful indoor dining room or expansive courtyard. Sip handcrafted cocktails or fine wines at the full bar and enjoy free on-site parking. Named an Open Table Diner's Choice for 2024, Raintree is located at 102 San Marco Ave. Call 904-824-7211 or make your reservation today at RaintreeRestaurant.com. Want the best way to stay in the now? Tune in to the 904 Now, St. Augustine's premier news and entertainment podcast network. Start your day with the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning for the latest news, unwind with laughs on Bollocks This Evening, or get local perspective with Troy's 2 Cents every Friday. We keep you connected to the community we live in. Like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. The 904 Now, stay in the now.